There we go. Okay, I don't know why my mic wasn't working. Whatever. Welcome in, guys. Welcome into the Blazers Uprise post-game show. The Blazers get a big win on Orlando. They win by a score of 130 to 107. I believe that's a 23-point win. That's the first blowout win in a while. It was close pretty much for the entire game, but Portland pulled away behind phenomenal play from CJ McCollum and Gary Trent Jr. Both guys had big games. CJ had 41. Gary Trent Jr. Let me pull up the box scores and everything here for you guys. CJ had 41 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Gary Trent Jr. had 24 points. CJ shot 14 for 24.
That's a big game
6
for
for
them.
12 from 3. And then
stay connected.
Alright, we good? Finally? What in the world? I don't have it muted in the system. It's like... There we go. Alright, so... I thought I fixed it. I don't have it muted in my software. And you could see the light on the mic was on, but apparently it wasn't connected. But the light only turns on when it is connected. This light was on the whole time, so I don't know what's going on. It's annoying that happens sometimes. But I was just giving you guys a recap of what happened. CJ played great. Gary Trent Jr. played great. I'll have to cut out the start of that or something for the video. But so Gary Trent Jr. showed up today, played phenomenal. CJ McCollum played phenomenal. Both were efficient tonight. Gary Trent Jr. chipped in good defense. Mario Hezonja was the other noticeable performer, and I was talking about Mario. So I'll just repeat everything I was going in on. Mario had a really good game tonight, and I was expecting more of these types of performances from Mario so far this season. I don't know why it's not sending notifications. It's kind of annoying, man. Everything's been glitching out lately. It's triggering. But I expected more of these games from Mario so far this season. I wasn't high on Mario going into this year. Anybody that was following me at the time knew that. I wasn't super high on Mario Hezonja, but I was expecting him to be inconsistent and have some good games like this. I expected nights like tonight a little bit more often out of Mario. And tonight was the first game in a while where he really helped us win a game. And I bet it was really nice for him to do that where he got drafted, his former team, the Orlando Magic. I bet it was nice for him to come down here and finally put together a good game. He had some stretches of good defense. He had some lapses here and there, but had some stretches of good defense. He was efficient from the floor, 4 for 6, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. That's nothing crazy. That's nothing insane, but that's a good night for Mario Hezonja to do that. Efficient, make some plays for others. drop in 10 points, gets 8 boards in 28 minutes. Like that's what we needed from him so far this season, and he hasn't been able to provide that. So the fact that he provided that tonight was nice to see. He also picked up 2 technicals, it seemed like, and then he apparently the first one was rescinded, but it was weird. It seemed like he was playing with 2 technicals, and I was wondering what the hell was going on. Apparently they switched that first one over to CJ McCollum. So Mario did not pull some like magical act where he was still in the game with 2 technicals. I kind of wish they didn't switch that over, but then it might have been a protest. I don't know what would have happened if he was still playing with 2 technicals just because the refs messed up. But yeah, good game from him. Caleb Swanigan was solid tonight, had 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 points, and 2 for 2 from the field in 15 minutes. Played some solid defense, you know. Caleb had a good game for Caleb's standards. So you had some role players step up and just provide the type of play that we needed. You know, Nasir Little was 1 for 1, had a fast break dunk. Gwenyon Gabriel was 1 for 1, he hit a 3. Anthony Simons 3 for 7, 3 for 5 from the 3-point line, also had 5 assists. So Anthony had a good game. And when you look at our bench, Hazonia's plus 22, Swanigan is a plus 16. Simons is a plus 12. Normally, those guys are getting beat when they're on the floor. Normally those guys get outscored when they're on the floor. But tonight, they stepped up and played a serviceable game. Granted, the bench of the Magic leaves a lot to be desired. They're playing Michael Carter-Williams 20 minutes. Terrence Ross had a good game. Other than that, DJ Augustine was 1 for 7. Mo Bamba hasn't really developed like I thought he would. But still, the fact that the Blazers bench came out and they combined for, let me do the math here, they were efficient tonight. They were a combined 11 for 17. From the field, they were combined 11 for 17, and they were combined 5 for 7 from the 3-point line. I'll take that from this bench any day. That's the best bench performance in a while. They combined for 28 points. 28 points from the bench. This team also moved the ball well tonight. Had 27 assists as a team. One of the passes that I've really started to become impressed with from CJ is those hit-ahead passes that he throws down the court. That honestly might be the one pass he's better than Dame at, because CJ throws those on the money and knows when to throw them. He had one to Ariza, and Ariza got a dunk because of it. I like playing with that faster pace because normally we've been a slow-paced team, so it's nice to be able to hit those hit-ahead passes and get stuff going in transition. Let me turn off my ringtone, and let me bring on Eric. I have it muted so I don't have to hear that ringtone. All right, what's up, man? Yeah, thanks for texting me because I was looking at the box score. That's why I couldn't see chat. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know why that was happening.
I didn't get a notification. I came in and everyone's like, muted.
Well, I checked to start the stream and I unmuted it, and the bar was moving and it wasn't muted in my software, and the red light was on the mic, so it was like, okay, I should be good. I don't know why it does that. I gotta make sure to have them plugged into the right USB ports, because I think it like halfway connects where it turns on the light and makes it look like it's connected, but then nothing goes through. I don't know. I hate when that happens. It's frustrating when that happens, but oh well. So
hey, People's Mix, can you just tell us what Dame posted on IG instead of telling us to check Dame's IG, bro? Because it's really hard to check stuff on the internet.
Like, if you guys want me to check something, let me know what it is, and I don't know. Because I see stuff all the time. Check this, check that. I need to know what it is. If it's because then I'll check it. No, he didn't. That's false. Tweet the link at me, bro. That's false. Why would we even? Why? Even if he did, why would that be a topic of discussion right now? Do you see what he said in chat? I don't understand.
What?
But sure, I'll check Dame's Instagram.
What? Yeah, what are you trying to tell? He said he is back. We know he's playing Wednesday. What is that? Like, what is that? OMG, OMG, check James IG.
Yeah, see, he posted something 8 minutes ago saying, let's make a run for it. That's what he said, buckle up. Okay. I don't get it. I don't understand. Anyway. Dude, just stop. Just stop. Just stop. If you want me to check some sort of link, you just tweet it at me. Just tweet it at me. If you want me to check anything from here on out, because we had this last post-game stream. Like, I'm trying to recap the game. Literally, stop talking about this, bro. Anyway. Do you want me to talk about the game, or do you guys want to like, do you want me to recap the game? What are we here for? Okay, you know what? I'm anyway. Let me just, there we go. Okay. Now we can talk about the game. So God, man. Come on, man. Like, we're trying to talk about the game. Like, I know. I'm trying to recap it, man. I'm trying to recap it, crispy bananas. But you got people's mixing here trolling and doing what I've asked them not to do, which is post. I don't know. Like, it's just transitioning back to what I was trying to talk about, which is the damn basketball game that just happened. You know, we cover Blazer basketball, so that's what I'm trying to do, is cover Blazer basketball. No notifications for anyone. I banned him for 300 seconds because he kept, I don't know, being distracting as hell. But yeah, no notification. I don't know, like, YouTube has that problem, so that's why you guys just got to turn on notifications for the Blazers Uprise Twitter page, because then you'll get tweet notifications. I barely tweet from it, but I always tweet when I'm going live, so that can serve the purpose of like a YouTube notification. I wish YouTube would just send out the notification, because the notifications look cool. It has the thumbnail and everything in there, but yeah. So anyway, this game tonight, I mean, let me just say this: that Orlando team is garbage.
Well, especially without Gordon.
They need, you know, and without who else were they missing? Oh, I mean, but they've been missing them all year.
Just those two. I mean, yeah.
But so they here's my takeaway. Like, I'm just gonna go straight in on the defense. I feel like when Orlando made Portland work defensively, Portland really struggled. But the problem was Orlando consistently settled for poor shots all game. You know what I mean? Like, Portland played better defense than it has in previous games, so I'm not trying to take something away from Portland. But I feel like Orlando didn't really make Portland work defensively. There's that stretch where they kept getting Fournier open, and like we kept giving up threes, and we gave up that lead in the first half, and that was when they were really making us work. And then I feel like they kind of got away from that. You know, Terrence Ross seems to shoot everything he ever touches. James Ennis seems to shoot everything he ever touches. Like, you have these guys that just catch the ball and be somewhat guarded and shoot these early contested threes. If I was a Magic fan, I would have been very frustrated with that team watching it, because it's just like when they made Portland work, they were having some success, and then they just, down the stretch, I felt like they settled. They settled for a lot of poor shots, and that kind of played into Portland's hand.
And thank you for going away from Vucevic, who was dominating Whiteside.
For real. So, I mean, Portland played a solid defensive game. Caleb Swanigan was solid on that.
Yeah, at one point, though, Orlando was 10 of 20 from three, and this was like late second, early third-ish, and I was just thinking, here we go again, another team. We can't stop the three-point. They're not really a great three-point shooting team.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was frustrating when we gave up that lead. It was like, oh, I knew we weren't going to keep this lead. We ended up building it back, so it was fine. But it's almost like It's almost like every time we build a 10-point lead, there's a letdown. We had a letdown in the first half, and then we had a letdown at the start of third quarter and let them get back into it as well. So, that'll happen. The NBA is a game of runs, but I also feel like it happens every time we get a double-digit lead.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's like something that happens inconsistently. Like, it literally happens every time, and when it happens every time, it's like it has to be something with us, because we, it's just like we switch gears, consistently switch gears once we get up 10.
You had a great point on Twitter. When we have a lineup with Wenyen, Little, Hazonia, all those kind of guys in the game, there's absolutely no excuse for not just switching every pick, especially against a team like Orlando, who doesn't really, when Vucevic isn't in the game, Mo Bamba doesn't really post people up. So you're basically playing all perimeter and slash guys. So you just switch every pick on those guys. And instead, we try to fight through them, and then the big sags, or one of the guys sags off, and that gives up like 5 open threes in a row to Terrence Ross, and it's just frustrating.
The easiest way for me to think about this, in my opinion, is like, hypothetically, let's say on defense we had 5 Nasir Littles, right? It doesn't matter which Nasir Little guards which offensive player; they're all like the same defender. You know what I mean? So like, you could, I don't know, apply that to like similar type of defenders. It doesn't really matter to me who Little, Hazonia, and Gabriel is guarding. They're all very similar defenders and all have similar strengths and weaknesses on the defensive end. So what you do in that situation, and I do this in my rec league, and this is a rec league, but what you do in that situation is you just say, okay, you have an assignment, but if the team runs in transition, like the 3 guys that Little, Hazonia, and Gabriel are guarding, when Orlando's running in transition, just out of those 3 guys, just get whoever's closest. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter which one you're on, since they're all the same defender. And then when you're in screens involved with each other, if the guy Hazonia is guarding is screening, Little, and somebody's running off of that, just switch it, because they're the same defender. So you could switch those. That's a lot different than a point guard center pick and roll where you have like Whiteside switching out onto a point guard and a point guard switching on the center. You know what I mean? Those are 2 completely different defenders with different strengths and weaknesses. So if you switch, you cause mismatches. But when you have 3 very similar defenders, they have the same strengths and weaknesses, so it doesn't matter. And that was the thing during the first half, is we gave up this run where we weren't like switching screens properly between very similar defenders. Like, it should have been easy, it should have been obvious, they should have been ready to switch screens, but it was like Hazonia would think switch, which is the right thing, he'd think switch with Little, but Little wouldn't be ready to switch, so he wouldn't get out on a shooter. Those were the type of mistakes we were making in the first half, and it's mistakes that shouldn't happen, because it's the easiest way to guard screens is to switch them. The easiest way to play defense is just to get whoever's closest in transition, So having switchable defenders it's supposed to make it easier on them. It's supposed to make it easy to play defense, but we were struggling with it, which was mind-boggling to me.
And to take that another step further, it's not just like when our team has a bunch of guys similar on defense. If the opposite team has a bunch of guys similar on offense, it's the same thing. So if they had like 5 Littles type players out there, you'd want to switch every pick, because who doesn't matter who you're guarding. And same thing, like if you're on defense, if you're similar defenders, who doesn't matter if one of you is guarding one guy or one of you is guarding another guy. So like there's 2 ways it could be beneficial to switch picks. And we don't do it either way.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even do it with 2 seconds left in the game when the other team is going for a 3-pointer. So I don't know why we do it like during the regular part of a game.
Yeah. So I was tweeting out about that. I was trying to like be more insightful than I have been the past few games, because I've kind of just been like complaining about refs, or like, oh, our defense sucks. So I was watching back some plays. We'd randomly give up a wide open shot. I'd rewind to 50 seconds to see why, and then tweet it out for you guys.
Tommy's right, though. It almost seems like our defensive scheme is just hoping they miss.
And a lot of teams don't, and that's why we're 27-35 right now. It's because that seems to be our defensive scheme, and it costs us a lot of times. We give up a ton of really good shooting nights to other teams. Tonight is rare where the Orlando Magic didn't shoot well, and honestly, when teams don't shoot well, we were fine. They didn't shoot terribly. They were 14 for 43, which is 33%. But we shot well. We shot 16 for 33, 48%, which, plays into Terry's hand, which the three-point line is the only thing that matters. After the game, we outshot them from three, so we won,
Well, like I said, they were, what did you say they finished with?
43, 33%.
So they're 4 for 23 after starting 10 to 20.
Yeah. And some of those were wide open. You had Terrence Ross randomly, they walked the ball up the court, and nobody was within 20 feet of Terrence Ross in the corner. And just passed to Terrence Ross. He had all day to shoot. How do you not pick up guys when they're walking the ball up the court? You know what I mean? That was inexcusable. And then Terrence Ross badly missed it. You know what I mean? So it's that'll happen here and there. We won't play great 3-point defense, but teams will just miss. And that in the second half, I felt like they were settling for some bad threes, and then they missed some open ones. So they did shoot 4 for 23, but I don't think obviously, some you have to attribute some of it to our defense, but I feel like our defense didn't really have that much. It didn't matter that much. It was more Orlando missing open shots and forcing bad ones.
Especially in the first half, too, we went, not only did we do the 2-3 zone on out-of-bounds baseline plays, but we were doing it randomly, just normal offense with our second unit. And you might need to bust out the telestrator at some point for this, but I don't understand how a 2-3 zone can give up so many open corner threes, because in a 2-3 zone, you literally have two people whose area is the corner threes in that whole section, but yet somehow we give up a corner three wide open every time out of it. It's how is that even possible? Are you not working on rotating, or is it just so bad defensively?
I don't understand why we're still running 2-3 zones on baseline inbounds, because, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like we get scored on a majority of the time we run it, or we give up a really good shot to the other team if we don't get scored on. I can't remember the last time it has worked to cause havoc or cause discomfort for the offense. You had Evan Fournier got a wide open 12-foot jumper, and then Gary Clark got a wide open corner 3-point jumper that he knocked down. Fournier missed his, but it's that's the thing. You gave up a wide open 12-foot jumper. That's, you don't really want to give that up. I would love I would love to see stats on the 2-3 zone. Solomon Popish says, I can't watch you guys bitch constantly. I'm done. We won by 20 plus. How are we bitching, bro? You sound like a hater. How are we complaining? You know what I mean? Homie, please.
We're talking about the first half of the game.
Yeah, we didn't play a perfect game.
But
I'm not going to sit here and BS you and put all this dressing on it and say we played a perfect game. We had some really good performances. There was good aspects about the game. Orlando didn't play well, and I'm going to call it like it is. I'm not complaining. I'm not, I'm happy we won. It was a fun game to watch. You know what I mean? That's the thing, though, is you'll have these people who are used to, I don't know. They're either used to the more mainstream way, which is just kind of surface level stuff. And, oh yeah, we won, or they hate me because I'm too toxic on Twitter or something, because I stand up to people who are toxic or whatever. I don't know. It could be somebody from a different page. I don't know. I just don't understand people that get mad when I'm not trashing the team. I'm not being biased towards the team. I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing out what I saw from the game tonight.
And honestly, yeah, we're not trashing anyone in particular, but we're talking about how this team can get better to make the playoffs or do better in future years since we're going to have the same coach. These are things that need to improve on. So we're not trying to say that these things sucked and we lost this game and we're in bad mood or anything. We're just saying like this is the reason why we're losing most of these games instead of winning these type of games is because unless you have a Gary Trent and a CJ get hot, like you're not going to win these type of games even if you have guys play well like that. It makes it
I just look at things from like a player or coach type of mindset where it's like, okay, what can we improve on out of this game? Even if you win by 20, there's still stuff you can improve on. You should still look for areas of improvement so you can improve as a team. So that's the thing is like, okay, what can we improve on? How did we, what happened this game? It's just honest evaluation. And some people don't like that, but that's completely fine with me. People talking about Jordan. What?
Well, there's only so much we can say about.
Yeah, like CJ made some insane moves, insane shots tonight. Gary Trent Jr. knocked down some open shots, had a 6-step back. But like that's not complex stuff. That's just players playing, hitting shots, making moves. CJ's a natural scorer for the most part, and he's been playing great without Dame. It's what we've kind of been saying since Dame got hurt. So anyway, I don't think that guy's in here anymore. I'm gonna move on. People talking about Jordan Bell. That one.
And also Evan Turner.
No. Why would?
Well, we're not picking up anyone. I don't know what it matters. Like we are not. Everyone in chat, we are not signing anyone. So it literally is a waste of time.
I mean, Jordan Bell would be a good pickup probably, but. I think he'd be better than Gabriel or Nasir Little. So, like, hypothetically, it'd be awesome to go out and get Jordan Bell. But Olshey's already said we're not going to use that last roster spot. And I think that's kind of just a financial thing. Jody.
There was some weird post by NBC Northwest yesterday that said Evan Turner was in Portland for some reason.
He played here for a few years. I mean, he's still – I don't know. I don't think it's that weird. Like, he has a lot – He's not really with a team right now, so he has some time on his hands. So, I don't know. I don't think that means anything. See, like, something like that will happen. He'll come to Portland just to work out a little bit or whatever, and fans will be like, oh, he's in Portland. Be prepared for Portland to make a run at him and sign him. You know what I mean? There's always, like... It was like this summer people were saying that about Kevin Love spending time and like posting Snapchat stories about how much he was enjoying his time in Portland. It's like it's his hometown, you know what I mean? Doesn't mean he's going to get traded here. Doesn't mean that, he hung out with CJ. That doesn't mean CJ is like demanding Olshey trade for him. Like, you know what I mean? People always tend to read a little bit too much into that type of stuff, in my opinion. So... But overall, just a fun game. It was nice to enjoy a Blazer game. It was the first time in a while that I've enjoyed a Blazer game because we've been losing and we've been getting blown out by some bad teams. So it was nice to enjoy a game for once.
Well, now we're back to having hope because Dame's coming back on Wednesday. We just won a game. Like, it's too bad Memphis looks like they're going to win tonight.
Yeah,
so.
I mean,
game's over. They won by 38.
We could rattle off
39.
like 10 in a row. You know what I mean? Like, we get Dame back. We got Gary Trent Jr. playing well. CJ's playing well. We'll see how much it carries over once Dame is back. We'll see if Dame's rusty. But like that's the thing. It's like if we could just play good defense and rebound better because our rebounding has been awful all year. If we could just do those things with some of the players we have, we could win a lot of games, even with these injuries. That's why I haven't just used the injury excuse to excuse everything away. It's like we shouldn't be last or we shouldn't be giving up the most second chance points in the league. Our defense shouldn't be as bad as it has been. And that's the thing. It's like if we fix those issues, which I think we can with this personnel, we'd be above 500 if we, fixed it early in the year. But like right now, if we did it, we could rattle off 10 in a row and make a run at the playoffs. You know what I mean? And then get guys healthy and see where we're at, see if we can compete against the Lakers. You know what I mean? Because have any chance against the Lakers, we'd have to improve this regardless. But that's the thing. It's like if we improve these things, we could go on some huge run and then we could maybe be competitive in the first round as an 8 seed. That is like the most optimistic view you can have right now. We do have an easy schedule. We have a lot of home games coming up. We have Dame coming back. He should be pretty fresh. We have players starting to play well. Gary Trent Jr., the most noticeable one. CJ's playing better. So I don't know. You can find some optimism in the next 10 games though.
Yeah, like if assuming Dame is fine the rest of the season, especially towards the end of the season, I hope they're gonna somewhat limit Dame's minutes initially at least. Like, don't just throw him back out there for 40 minutes next game. And we shouldn't need him to play 40 minutes against the Wizards at home. So if we do, like, there's another bad sign, I think. But I would kind of limit his minutes against some of these bad teams, and then you have a three-man rotation of Dame, CJ, and Trent at the guard position. I think that's fine. You start as we get closer to the season. If these games are like do or die games, I think you got to kind of take Simons out of the rotation at some point, or kind of limit his minutes.
Tommy says, big question, Tori, if we make playoffs, do we trade our pick? I don't think making the playoffs or missing the playoffs would determine trading our pick or not. The only thing that would determine whether we trade our pick or not is like if we got into the top 4. Because like the difference between 12th and 16th isn't like, you know what I mean? That's not a big difference. So if we ended up making the playoffs, it's like, I mean, maybe we trade our pick, maybe we don't. I don't know. That is it will be interesting to see if they move that pick, because Olshey hasn't really been moving first rounders in the past few years.
I mean, he said it on the trade deadline. They were unwilling to attach first round picks or do anything to trade. So like, if they're unwilling to use that pick to get someone good, when was the last time he traded a first round pick? Afflalo? Like during the season. So like, I don't think that's not their mindset. They know that they need those picks and they need to hit on them to bring in players, and hopefully one of those turns out to be like one of those studs you get outside of the top 10. So they're gonna keep the pick and they're gonna use it. I'd be shocked if they completely traded it away. Maybe some years they trade up a few spots, maybe some years they trade back a little bit, but I don't think they would ever just trade their first round pick unless there was like a Robert Covington or someone like that available at the draft, and Houston wanted our first round pick and Trevor Ariza back.
It'd have to be the right the right fit. Maybe a Bielitsa becomes available for our traded player exception and we make a play on him. You know what I mean? Which is would be a good target for Portland to go after, but we have to wait and see on that. What was the other question that I wanted to answer? God, there's another good question. I don't know where it went. No idea where it went. Can't find it. Oh well. Actually no, that wasn't it. But do the Blazers have an easy schedule the rest of the way? Yes, their schedule is like the 5th easiest or something like that.
The next 6 games are
they have
home,
one
right?
at home, one on the road, then 6 at home. So here's their schedule going
7
forward,
out of the next
right?
8,
And this is why I'm optimistic, because we get Dame back. We play Washington at home. That should be a win. That should be a win. But knowing Portland, they'd find a way to somehow lose that game with Dame coming back. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how the team, we keep looking at like, oh, this game should be a win, and then they lose it. I mean, we have a ton of games like that this year, so there's no like gimme wins here at all. But like, we are a better team than Washington. We just have to slow down Bradley Beal because he's been going off. So we play at home versus Washington, on the road versus Phoenix. Blazer killer Kelly Oubre is now out for the season. Then we come home, second night of back-to-back against the Kings. And then we play...
Man, every time you've done
I'm not counting wins, because I have kind of in the past, like, this is a game we should win. We should be like, such and such over the stretch. I'm just reading off the schedule, I'm using should win. You know what I mean? Like, we should win, but, we could, that doesn't mean that we will at all. Like, not even close.
3 hours ago, you were convinced we were going to lose by
I mean, last time we did picks against the spread, New Orleans was and picked on Portland. New Orleans was favored by 4, and I picked New Orleans, and you and Chap picked the Blazers, and then New Orleans won by 13. So that's the thing. This team's hit or miss. They just lost by 12 to Atlanta. They just got blown out by Boston at home. They barely beat Detroit at home, a horrible Detroit team. So that's the thing. It's like this team's hard to trust night in, night out. So as I read off the schedule, it's not, we should win a lot of these games, but with the way this team plays, it's likely that we drop a couple. I'm not expecting to win 5 in a row. But looking at the schedule, at home versus Washington, on the road versus Phoenix, home versus Sacramento, home versus Phoenix, home versus Memphis. Like that's 5 games that we should be favored in. Maybe the only one we're not is at Phoenix, but we'll have Dame back. They're without Kelly Oubre, who's killed us. Like that's a game we should at least be competitive in. You know what I mean? So it's like if we really want to make a run, I think you got to win probably you got to win at least 4 of the next 5 if you want to make a run. That would put us at 31 and 36. You know what I mean? So it's still not in a good position, but one of those, and with one of those wins coming against Memphis, we have to win at least 4 of the next 5. The 5th game in that stretch is against Memphis. We got to beat them. And then we play at home versus Houston. That's a Sunday 12:30 p.m. tip-off, so the post-game show will be at like 3, which will be weird. But then we got Minnesota at home, a team we should beat. Dallas at home, that's been a better team than us this year, but it's a home game and it's not it's not a very tough team to beat. That Dallas game will be the 19th. And Eric, we losing Eric? Eric, you there? All right, I guess I'll have to reconnect it. But that Dallas game's the 19th, and we could have Collins back by then. So that's the thing. As the schedule tightens up a little bit, gets a little harder at the end of the season, we should be healthier. So that's the thing, is we got to take care of business against these bad teams that we're playing against over the next couple of weeks. We got to take care of these home games if we really want to make a run. And we got to improve on our defense and our rebounding, not only to make a run, but then to be competitive if we actually find a way to get into the playoffs. That's kind of where we're at right now. Let me bring Eric back. Eric just dipped on us. It's his internet, I guess. I don't know. Tori, do halftime shows. I usually don't watch games here. So, what's up, Bruce? Yeah, it was a good win. I think I saw a few days ago we projected 38 and 44. I'd say somewhere around there. Melo at the 3 is not a good idea in my opinion. He's way too slow to. Why is that going off? It's like the disconnecting Skype sound keeps popping off. I assume it's Eric's internet or something. Poor network connection. I guess it's on his end. Let me hang up and call him back. Because my stream's still going good, right, guys? Like, yeah, I think it's on Eric's end. Oh, well. I gotta close everything in order to close Skype. Sorry, this noise is hella distracting. Skype will randomly disappear from the bottom tab, and then I have to do the most. All right, there, I hung it up. So anyway, Eric's kid kicked the internet or whatever. Trevin, am I really lagging or are you trolling? Because I've told people not to do that, not to joke about. Trevin? Homie, I put people on 5-minute bans for joking about me lagging when I'm not lagging. So, yeah. You do that again, because it's Trevin, bro. Because Trevin's always in here, always supportive on Twitter. So that's why I didn't hit that 300-second Man, no, the joke wasn't. Man, you're pushing my limits, Trevin. You're pushing my limits, man. That joke was not necessary. You push my limits anymore, you're 5-minute man. Yeah, no, Nurk and Whiteside do not fit together. They cannot play together effectively because neither one of them can guard the perimeter well. So they'd get burnt on the perimeter. They'd become bad defenders because they'd have to go out and guard the perimeter. And if they didn't, they'd just get threes hit on them all the time because almost every starting power forward can stretch the court now. And then offensively, neither one of them can really shoot that well outside of 5 feet, 5, 6, 7, 8 feet. So you wouldn't have much spacing, and it would just clog things up. So that's why I don't think they can play together. I don't think Melo at the 3 really works either because he's so slow that would get more exposed on the defensive end at the 3. So yeah. But anyway. Internet down, yeah, Eric. Come on, Eric. Figure out your internet, bro. Pay your internet bill, man. Yeah, y'all killing me with the trolling. So yeah, let's look at the scores tonight because I think there's still actually a lot of the games tonight were early, so I think they're all about to wrap up. Indiana's being San Antonio, which is good for us. Jazz beat the Cavs. Mavericks are about to lose to the Bulls, which sucks because I doubled down on the Mavericks. Otto Porter Jr. is back, dropping 18 points. Really wish we had him on this team. Knicks beat the Rockets, so Eric lost his double down. That's a surprising win for the Knicks. The Heat beat the Bucks by 16. The Grizzlies beat the Hawks by 30, so I was hoping the Grizzlies would lose, but Grizzlies took care of business. So as far as our picks against the spread goes, I think I'm looking okay-ish. No, I'm not looking okay-ish. I'm 1-5, 2-5. I'm 2-6 today. Yikes. I'm literally 2-6. No, wait, I'm 3-5. I'm 3-5 if the Pacers win. Okay, good. So let's see here. Eric, I'm 3-5, bro. I don't think you're any better, Eric. We're talking about picks against the spread. If you don't watch our podcast, we do a picks against the spread segment. We pick games before they happen. We pick games for the day. So I'm kind of looking at like how I did for the day. I think I did 3-5 because I got the Grizzlies right. I went 2-6. Awesome. I went 2-6. Eric went 1, 2. Eric went 3-5. So he's saying I sucked, he sucked too. Like, anyway, top 1 pick. Literally like 6 games behind Eric with like 100 games left, so I'm fine. Harkless looking good for the Knicks after that trade. Yeah, Harkless had a stretch where he hit like 5 threes in 4 minutes. I wish we still had Mo though, yeah. Yeah, Eric's internet bugging out really messed up my flow too. Indiana game isn't over? Yeah, I'm counting it as an Indiana win. I could go 1-7, but they're up 8, so you're saying I already did horrible when I'm on pace to be 2-6 or on pace to be 3-5, so you can chill with that, bro. So I'll answer questions or whatever. I'll answer questions. We don't have a ton of people in here, so it should be pretty easy for me to answer questions. You can also leave questions on the mailbag. If you haven't watched it, make sure to watch it after the stream. I answered some good questions. I think it was a pretty good video, so it was the first one I dropped in a while. Gray Hughes, I agree with that. Nurk does the little things that don't count statistically, or not in like normal stats that people look at, like setting great screens and Boxing out is a big one, and not going for blocks at the right time and keeping blocks in bounds. Like, there's a lot that goes into being an effective NBA center that isn't quantified by normal statistics. So Nurkic definitely better option than Whiteside. Jeffrey says, "Yo, I took a page out of your book, Torian dropped 30 points and 12 rebounds in my social game." Good job, man. I've never heard of like a social game. Is that like a rec league type thing? Houston traded an injured Capella for Covington, essentially. Would you have traded Nurkic for Covington, essentially? No, I wouldn't have. It doesn't really make sense. Doesn't make us better. Like, I don't know. It might make us better this year, but we're not in a position to capitalize on that this year, and it makes us worse next year. I mean, we could bring Whiteside back, but I think Nurkic is much better to have as a starting center than Whiteside. Yo, I just finished playing a b-ball game and I splashed a half-court buzzer beater. Woo. Yeah, my the last rec league game I played, I hit like a 45, 50-footer, banked it in. Those are always fun to hit. Mario was playing with aggression out there. Mario was looking good. He's looking more confident than he did early in the season. I think he's kind of in screw it mode. I'm just, he's kind of been tentative, I feel like, this season, and kind of played scared. But also then at times it felt like he was trying not to play scared, so then he tried to do too much. He didn't really find that balance. Because that's the thing. You can play scared, and then you can be like, I'm not going to play scared. And then you could just play with way too much confidence and shoot a bunch of threes and miss them all. You know what I mean? Because he's not that great of a shooter. Yes, I did hit a 45-footer. That's the truth, Destrom. I swear to God. Might have been deeper than 45 feet. Might have been 50 feet, to be honest. It was like noticeably past half court. We get killed at the rim when Whiteside isn't in, and the same goes when we only had Nurk. Having both, we will have a great defensive center rotation playing with our small guards. Yeah, but even with Whiteside in the game, man, it's still not a good defense, He does, and that's the thing. We're 27th ranked defensive team with Whiteside playing 3/4 of the minutes for the most part. So I don't know. I feel like that's an indictment on Whiteside. Obviously, the defense is a lot worse with Whiteside out of the game, but he plays 3/4 of the minutes for a team that's like fourth worst in terms of defense. I don't know. I'd almost rather just have like a Gorgie Jang off the bench. You guys might flame me for that, but just a guy who can like shoot and space the floor, but then also protect the rim and play smarter defense than Whiteside does. I'm not trying to trash Whiteside. I've been defensive of Whiteside all season long. Tanaka Vila says, we play down to our competition often and play up to our competition when we play good teams. In theory, our team should be able to compete in every game, but the heart of most of our guys just leaves. Yeah, that's a problem for me. That's always kind of been the case, Tanaka, where we play down to our opponent or we'll like come out and play well and get a 10-point lead, and then we'll let off the gas. That's always been a thing with this team, more so than other NBA teams, in my opinion. What the reason is for that, I don't know. Are you defensive of Whiteside, or is it just blocks? I don't know what you mean. Whiteside definitely doesn't make us worse. Whiteside definitely helps us, but I feel like his impact is a little bit overstated now, which is kind of funny because I thought he was underrated to start the season because fans would trash him for everything. There's still some fans out there that trash him, but now it's, I don't know. But speaking in terms of Trent, man, Trent looks good. For those of you who play 2K, I was surprised to see his rating bumped up to a 77. That was kind of cool to see. But he's just, dude, he just looks like a veteran out there in his second year. He just looks like he belongs. Nope. I don't know why my mic did that, man. Hopefully it wasn't like that for a while. It's right when I go to the ESPN box score too. Like I'm reading chat the whole time, and then right when I move away from chat, I get muted. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Hopefully I didn't do it for a while. Shout out to Eric for having my back and texting me though. Cause I don't know. I need a new mic cord or something. Eric banned? Nah, Eric's not banned. The People's Mix never came back. I literally just wanted him to chill because he was spamming. I've told him so many times not to spam chat. I like him. You know, he's entertaining. He's fun. But the ads maybe. Yeah, that shouldn't be it. All right, we got Eric back though. Crap. I'm gonna lose my mind at this mic. You can hear me now, Eric? Yeah, no, I know it's my mic. It's like the connection is just crap, dude. It sucks. It's not the mic, it's the cord, I think. Yeah, the mic is I don't know if it's when I go to ESPN or what. But hopefully we're good now. I'm just gonna leave it in the software page so I can see if it stops moving. Literally just gonna stare right at that bar and make sure that bar keeps moving. That audio bar. You want to see me rage? Yeah, I'm not in a rageful mood right now. We won. Just headbutt, fight my mic, just start popping off on it. Eric is muted. Yes, Eric was muted. But he barely said anything, so we good. So there we go. All right. This is all scuffed, but yeah.
All right, I'm on now.
I mean, you know, the people have started to tune out the team, so it's not like we got 120 people in here. We got 50. You know.
Yeah, my internet went down. I was the only one here though, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't my daughter like
our
tripping
budget
over the
is
cord
down
or something.
because viewership's down, so we get spotty mic, we get spotty engineering from me in terms of the muting.
It's definitely not because I don't pay my bill because my TV was working the whole time.
You need to put more money in that bank account. You guys need to go buy party stuff. And then you need to, you know, so that you can get Eric on postgame streams, honestly. Because, you know, yeah, the man has to pay his internet, so you got to go buy balloons. Balloons for internet 2020.
So let's get this back on track. You know, you were on the Whiteside subject. Did you mention anything about his little interview they played during the first quarter?
So yeah, you can.
Let's talk about that, please. So, Hassan Whiteside thinks he should be Defensive Player of the Year this season. major eye roll. But then, I think it was Brooke asked him, "Why do you think you deserve that?" And he was like, "I don't know, because I do stuff." Like he didn't really have an answer. And then he said later, "Well, it's an individual award, not a team award." Like, I hate that mindset so much. Like, you shouldn't be thinking about getting Defensive Player of the Year. You should be like, I need to be better, making my team better as
Yeah.
defensively instead of just worrying about how many blocks you get.
Yeah. Jake Carey, that's overrated. Just saying. But yeah, no, that interview made me that interview kind of made me cringe. It's like, you're the anchor of the 27th ranked defense in the NBA, and you think you should be Defensive Player of the Year. Like I get that it's an individual award, but if you were individually that good of a defender, your team wouldn't be 27th in the league in terms of defense. So, I mean, it's just all. That's the thing. He brought up blocks. It's hard to get 3 blocks a game. Well, it's easier when you chase them every single time down the floor. You know what I mean? When you shouldn't. Like, there's times, like, he'd be better if he just went for blocks at the right time and only got 1.5 blocks a game. He would be a better defender for that. You know what I mean? Like, blocks is not. You don't statistically gauge rim protection, effective rim protection off of blocks. That's a mistake. O'Shea brought up, why would you want to trade the leader in blocks? And that made me cringe because, like, he, out of all people, should know that since he is the one who's supposed to evaluate the team and put together the right amount of talent. He should know that you can't just evaluate rim protection based off blocks. Let me sidetrack here. Shout out to Gary Hughes Investigates for the $10 donation. He says, keep on trucking. He regulars help this channel out. He is on almost every day for you guys. Yeah, I appreciate any support you guys give me, and I appreciate that $10 donation, man. Means a lot. So yeah, that's the thing. That Hassan Whiteside, I don't know, that interview. I was tweeting about that. You guys might have seen my tweets on it.
It was just cringeworthy, man. It's like, dude, come on. You're like below 500. Your defense is one of the worst defenses in the league. If you were really that impactful, like you should be worried about how you can make your team better defensively, not how you can stand out so you can be Defensive Player of the Year. And it just goes to show you it's a contract year. That's all he cares about is getting that next contract. And
should have traded him.
Not very team oriented,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
For reasons outside of his play or his mindset. For team construction reasons. I don't know. It was complex. What do you think his IQ is, Hassan? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he. Oh, Eric, bye, Eric. Oh, Eric's back. You okay? You're beeping. You just made a weird beep at me. You guys hear that weird beep? Why are you beeping at me, bro?
I don't know. It lagged for a minute and then
gotta
couldn't hear anything.
Internet bill, man. You gotta tighten up some wires or something. You gotta replace the router. Like I don't know. But as far as Hassan's IQ defensively, I can't tell if it's him having low IQ, so he just goes for blocks all the time, or him caring too much about getting blocks, like for his individual stats in a selfish way, so he goes for blocks because he wants to average 3 blocks a game. I'm leaning towards the second, because we see him like bump his teammates off rebounds and stuff. Like he wants rebounds and blocks. Like he wants to look good statistically. It is part IQ. It's probably a combination of both, but I don't know. How would you answer that, Eric?
Yeah, that's a hard question to answer. I would say that I don't feel like he is the smartest player out there.
You beep into the feathers.
He's just.
Yeah.
Could you hear me? I feel like he is out of position a lot. He reacts well to stuff that's happening, but he doesn't, like, he's not proactive with his reactions, if that makes sense. So, like, everything he does is because he's big and athletic and can get to a block once he sees someone shooting, but he's not, like, anticipating whether this guy's going to shoot, and it's better to go after the block, or if it's better to let my guy who's in position stay with him and make him make a tough shot, and so I'm ready to get a rebound. He's just trying to go after the block no matter what, and that's not always the best.
Yeah.
use of your talents. That happened a couple times, especially in the first half, where he chased the block where the defender on the ball was still in front of his guy. He didn't need to try and block the shot. He was making a tough shot, and that just left a wide open rebound for
Jake here says
Vucevic
and
or
it's a
someone else.
positioning thing too, likes to play in between and bait drivers when playing pick and roll D. That's the scheme though. That's the scheme. Is he supposed to sag and try and take away the drive, try and like cover the guy, the ball handler, and if he gives up anything, it needs to be a mid-range shot, but then also like stay close enough to his guy where he can break up a lob attempt. Like that's how they run their pick and roll scheme. So it's hard to be in the right position in that scheme. Like I'm not a big fan of the drop pick and roll scheme. Against certain players it works well, but yeah, I don't really know what you're talking about then because you said pick and roll D. So I don't know. I don't know what do you get what he's talking about? I don't really understand.
No, I'm not really sure.
I don't really understand it.
Someone asked, would you rather have Canner or Whiteside?
Whiteside probably. Yeah, I'd take Whiteside. I'd take Whiteside over Canner. That's a good question.
What's tough about that, if that was just for this season, I think we probably would have been better off with Cantor and the continuity of that and building off of the playoffs last year and maybe having his shoulder healthy.
Our defense would have been even worse, though.
But he's missed a lot of games this year. He wasn't but I mean, bad defensively.
For as much as we're like talking about Hassan putting up, empty stats or whatever the argument is, like he's still a good defender, compared to Canner.
Yeah. But like Canner is one of the few bigs who's actually perfect for the drop back pick and roll coverage. And he played Jokic pretty well in the playoffs, 1-on-1. Jokic got some cheap shots in on him, but yeah, it's tough because Canner's been hurt off and on a lot this year too,
with worse perimeter defenders
for the whole season.
Harkless and Aminu helped him,
true.
and Collins helped him definitely. Collins definitely helped him a ton, just with that rim protection because Collins rotates over quickly from that power forward position and could kind of get Canner's back. Without that, I think Canner. I think we might be the worst defense in the league instead of fourth worst. So I don't think he would have been better.
I guess I'm thinking about it from if Nurkic was completely out of the equation, I'd probably agree with you. But I was thinking if we get Nurkic back, I would rather have Cantor as his backup too than Whiteside, especially moving forward. But
so Jake says he doesn't square up the handler on the drive. He's not in proper drop positioning and often is trailing. Or on the hip of the ball handler, you see this most when the pick and roll is on the side. Okay, why don't they run a different scheme than him? Because I always hear about how he can't run any other schemes, but if he struggles with dropping, why don't they have him hedge more? Because first game of the season, they had Whiteside hedge, and I thought he hedged perfectly. Now, granted, they had a second rim protector in there, so they would have Collins rotate under the hoop and provide some rim protection. Wow. Whiteside went out there and hedged. I actually thought it was a good defensive game plan. I was actually that first game. I was happy with Stotts' defensive game plan. It was the only time I've ever been happy with Stotts' defensive game plan. But that's the thing is if now that guy is Carmelo, but if you hedge properly, the ball you don't. If you hedge properly, you're not going to have to deal with Carmelo having to protect the rim. You know what I mean? You don't automatically give up a wide open run to the rim. You're supposed to take away the ball handler and then recover in the passing lane while the guy who's guarding the ball handler recovers in front. You're not supposed to allow a pass for a guy running towards the rim, or you're not supposed to allow a straight dribble drive. So that's the thing. They had Collins under there, but the ball didn't even really get to that level. You had Whiteside hedging perfectly in that first game, slowing down the ball handler, giving the guard time to get back in front of the ball handler, and then Whiteside was recovering in the passing lanes pretty well. So I thought he looked good hedging.
And the guard
Yeah,
would
yeah,
recover to the ball
so
handler
you
as well.
wouldn't even have like Collins was there to rim protect, so maybe that's why Stotts felt safe enough to do it. But the ball didn't get down to Collins. The ball didn't get inside. So you didn't. It didn't matter if that was Collins or Melo, just because that wasn't needed. We didn't let the ball get inside. But that's the thing. So if Whiteside really struggles like dropping on pick and roll, sagging on pick and roll, then why don't we experiment and run a different, let him, I don't know, throw a trap out every once in a while. Like, let Whiteside go out there and trap. Maybe he can get a fast break dunk, I'm sure he would enjoy that. Or have him hedge like he was first game of the season and see if we can have Whiteside hedge properly where the ball doesn't get to the second level of the defense. You know what I mean? And that's the thing with Stotts for me, is like he doesn't experiment with that. He just drops Whiteside. And I know you're a Stotts defender. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if Whiteside struggles to play that drop scheme, why we wouldn't experiment with other things and see what happens, especially in games where we're just getting absolutely ran out of the gym because our defense is struggling.
I have two things to say to that. Jake's going to eye roll here. But one, since we only saw it a couple of times in the first game, I am of the belief that was just out of instinct by Whiteside and not what he was told to do. And that has now he's been told what to do. He doesn't do that anymore, right? And the fact that he only ran it in the first two games, I didn't see that in the two games that Collins was played after that, right? The second and third game, it didn't happen. So that leads me to believe that it was just Whiteside hedging because that's what he was been told to do in the past, but he hadn't quite figured out what to do in our system.
Well, let me add on to that.
And the other thing is
that if that was the game plan the first two games, then Stotts would maybe go back to it here and there, and he really hasn't with Whiteside. So I do tend to agree with that. Here I am saying, I really like Stotts's game plan the first game or two with Whiteside hedging those pick and rolls, but maybe it wasn't the game plan. Maybe it was like you said, Whiteside's instinct. See, I knew he'd respond like
Jake
that.
Said,
I knew he'd respond.
Hassan never had that instinct. Yep.
Like, that's the thing. Never gonna give us credit on anything in regards to
here's
the coaching
effort. And here's my second point.
Go ahead.
We've said this ever since the very first mailbag we did together, right? You do not do the same thing every time. Like, defenses know how to attack it. They know where Whiteside's going to be every time they set a pick in every situation. They don't even have to think about it. They know exactly where Whiteside's going to be. So it's not that he struggles in a particular coverage. It's that we don't mix up our coverages at all. So what you want to do is every once in a while, like you said, throw a trap at him. And not the stupid trap we ran against Trae Young where he didn't even have a pick. But when he gets picked, all of a sudden Whiteside traps him and he's got a 7-foot guy in his face, and a guard behind him, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, I'm trapped! What the heck? Blazers don't ever trap! Like, what's going on?" Like, that would work every once in a while
if we
just
threw it in there enough. Then the ball handler is
you know?
not going to come off that pick and roll with 100% confidence. He's not going to come off that pick and roll with 100% speed. He's going to be hesitant because he doesn't know if that big is going to run up to try and trap him. So he's going to be a little bit more tentative coming off that pick and roll. He's not going to he's not going to know exactly what read he has to make. See, in this elite handlers have seen every coverage. Yeah, they have seen every coverage, but if you see one coverage for the entire game, you know exactly what reads you're going to have to make going into the game. Blazers defense is not hard to scout if it's just one scheme. You know exactly what scheme they're going to run, so it's easy to scout. If they switched up their schemes, you don't know exactly what scheme to scout for. You really can't scout for one scheme since they run multiple. And then when you get into a game, if you make the same read time after time, you're going to get better with those reads as the game goes on, because like repetition, that's what helps you improve at something. That's like a life thing. So if you make the same read all throughout the game, you might struggle to start the game, but you're going to get comfortable because you're going to know exactly how they're going to play you off of every single pick and roll. And that's going to make things easier for you. That's going to make you more comfortable than if you don't know how they're going to guard each pick and roll, if they might switch things up. So yeah, they have seen every coverage, but if you switch them up, it's better.
Let me correct both you and Jake. Both 2 years ago against Houston and the last road game we played in Houston, James Harden said after both of those games that he had never seen those coverages before and had to look up the film to figure out what to do in those situations that was something different that he wasn't used to seeing. So don't tell me elite handlers have seen every coverage, because you can go back and listen to the post-game interviews with Harden on both of those games where he says he has not heard it. And why do we only run that against Harden? Like, why don't we try that against other teams?
We came out with
like,
a great defensive game plan against Harden when we blew him out in Houston, and that's why we blew him out in Houston. That's the thing. It's like when Stotts does stuff differently, like defensively, than what he loves to resort to, usually it ends up with good results. Or usually it ends up with the other team having to work a lot harder to get makes, to get shots.
And you've had guys like Evan Turner and Plumlee and stuff like begging him to let them hedge and trap screens and stuff, and he just like lets them do it for like every once in a while, but not consistently enough. And my other point too is that if you're an elite ball handler, right, every little split second matters. So if you have like an extra whole second from having to think about what move you have to do next, if you already know what move you're going to do while you're dribbling, you know when you're in a zone and you know what shot you can get while you're driving, like you've been that way in a game, right? Where like you're driving down the lane and you're going to like go to your left hand or like spin to this way or like cross someone over, and it's going to work because you've done it before on this guy, and
Mm-hmm.
you know exactly how to attack them, right? And if you're going down the lane and they all of a sudden like jump up at you instead of like waiting for you to come to them like you normally were anticipating, that split second where you have to think about it, that can be the difference between a turnover or a missed shot. And it's not going to happen every time.
Yeah,
but
and then that's
like,
going to be in the back of your mind next time you have to make that read.
Right. And then like the elite defensive teams, like, and then the bad defensive teams, there's a huge gap there. But like the whole middle ground, it's only like a couple points a game that separate being like a top 10 defense to like 18th or 19th defense, right? So like if you get a couple of possessions like that, a game where you get a stop where you wouldn't normally get them, that's quite easy to make a jump. And then over the course of the season, 2 to 4 points per game difference. And then even if it's just like half of the games that it happens, like that could be the difference between like 5 wins instead of like 15 losses like we've had in a lot of these games. And like instead of being 6 or 7 games under 500 right now, we're like right around 500, and we're right in the middle of being the 8th seed and stuff like that. Like it's just little details like that that we've talked about all season. Here's the thing,
like even if we made a great point that Jake Curry like deep down agreed with, I feel like he wouldn't, either he wouldn't admit it, or he wouldn't like give us the credit, or he wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like that is the thing with these conversations, is he like knows his stuff. And like he's well versed, so like I'm fine like having this conversation. I just feel like we never get enough credit in these conversations. Like it's always like it's always elite handlers have seen every coverage. So like but that's not like really talking about switching up coverages. We're talking about switching up coverages and why that'd be a good thing. And I've said that for years, and everything that I've seen in the years that I've been saying that has made me believe that even more. So,
yeah.
Anyway, I think that's the thing. Is like if Hassan struggles with the drop scheme, switch it up and have him hedge once in a while and see what happens. Like even if that's a disaster, like switch. Our defense has been a disaster. So what's the difference? You know what I mean? Like the dumbest thing is to try the same thing over and over again when it's failing. So it's like when we're getting burnt because we're dropping the big, especially against a player like a Doncic or a Dragic, or a player that really loves playing against that drop scheme, then switch it up. And I don't even agree that he's necessarily best in a drop, because I saw him hedge first couple games of the season, and he hedged perfectly.
Well, that's the thing too. Like you can still run the drop coverage like over half the time, so it's like a majority of the time. We're just
Hmm.
saying every once in a while
And
throw
it's
some other
yeah,
coverage out there. It doesn't have to be that you drop the big
and he's
every
not
time or he
phenomenal in that
drops.
drop scheme, and Jake basically has already said that, pointed out his struggles when running that drop scheme. So, um, yeah. What does hedge mean? I'll show you. I got you. So different pick and roll coverages. Let me pull up the main screen here. All right. Let's go to here. Let's go to open project. Let's go to here. So is it on the screen? Well, yes, it is. Okay. So say Portland's on defense. The colors actually match. Blue for Orlando, whatever. So hedging means just guarding the pick and roll a certain way. So I'll show you different pick and roll coverages. You don't even really have to worry about like anything other than the center and the point guard. Just to keep things simple. But so say that center comes up and sets like a pick and roll. Let's actually drop this a little lower. Center comes up, sets a pick and roll, sets a screen, right? In the point guard is going to like come off this way. So what we do is we have Hassan drop, we have him sag back, and then we have this point guard. I gotta move this backwards. We have our defensive point guard go over the screen to try and take away the 3-point line to like funnel him in here, and then wide side drops and just tries not to let him get to the rim. And you want these guys shooting these mid-range shots, which is the least efficient shot in basketball since it's not an extra point like a three, and since it's not inside at the rim. So like in theory it works, but there's a lot of situations where we struggle. It's not a perfect scheme. Hedging is where center comes up and sets the screen. Point guard has the ball and he's coming off this screen. Instead of dropping, wide side comes up to here. You're supposed to make the ball handler turn up court. The center's usually going to roll. But once he makes the point guard turn up court, this being Lillard or whatever, should be recovering to the ball, and then Whiteside recovers to his man. So like the problem is like this over the top pass is there. But like normally you want a guy playing help side, and if he throws it over the top, you want him to try and like maybe either try and intercept that or disrupt that. But also Whiteside, when he recovers, is supposed to try and get, like, imagine a path between the point guard and the center. Whiteside is supposed to try and get in that path and take away that passing lane, and make it difficult for the point guard to deliver the ball to the center. And then Dame or whoever is guarding the ball recovering is supposed to close up hard on the point guard, make it tough for them to throw this pass. So if you do it effectively, like, this pass won't be available. So just recapping that, hedging means just the center coming up to deal with that screen.
Well,
him coming up here.
And see, our problem is, so we started hedging that in the Golden State series in Game 2, but the problem is Curry would just dump it off to the center. It was usually Draymond, and then he'd attract the power forward, and then he'd either have a lay-in or kick it out for a three, or Looney would be along the baseline like for a dunk or whatever. So what you have to do is, like, in this situation, you have your shooting guard and your small forward. The small forward should be able to guard both of those guys since it's off the ball. And then the shooting guard can go instead of the power forward. And then the center needs to recover out to that.
Yeah.
If the ball goes out to the small forward, the center needs to go out there instead of inside.
Well, let me try and illustrate that. So that's the thing. Since you want to help from the side that's overloaded when you hedge. So like if they're able to get the ball out of the trap, like you can set up your help side rotations in different ways. So if you hedge, because the problem is when we sag this big back on Curry would have the ball and Dame would get caught up on these screens, and Curry would just run off and just pull up from three and be wide open consistently all Game 1. That's what happened. Go watch Curry's full highlights. That was the problem. That was why Stotts got clowned by the national media. So we made the adjustment. We had him come up and hedge, but the problem is we had to have the center come up and help with this screen so Curry didn't get wide open threes. The problem is we had barely run it, so these backside guys didn't know exactly where to be and weren't there quick enough, so Golden State kind of picked it apart. That's why we'd have a really good first half and then give up runs. So that's the thing. You hedge, you have this point guard come off, right? This center, they were playing like Draymond, some small ball center. Curry was able to get this out, and this power forward was the one helping and then Draymond would hit this dump off pass or whatever. Instead of that, you want one of these guys helping. You want one of these guys helping, and then you want the shooting guard kind of splitting the difference. Because if the shooting guard is able to be positioned properly, he can take away both these guys, you know? And then if the ball goes here, shooting guard closes out, and this small forward starts running back. This center is recovering at the time, so he should be able to recover to the center. So that if the ball gets skipped here and then skipped there, this small forward should be able to get there in time and rotate back to there. Or if Draymond straight skips it, you know, the small forward came over to help on Draymond. If Draymond skips it, the shooting guard is able to get there, then the small forward closes out there, the center gets back. So, like, that's just defensive rotations. The problem is our rotations were horrible. Instead of rotating from the overloaded side, a lot of times this power forward would be the one to come help. And the reason why that's a problem is he doesn't have anybody else on the side to deal with this power forward, so this power forward would just catch a lob or whatever. Whereas if, you know, you help from the other side, you have one of these guys help and the other can deal with the first pass. You know, if like one of these guys cuts, then this guy would sag back. And then maybe you'd end up with that being open, and then he'd try to close out. Like there'd be some situations where we struggle, but it'd be a lot easier to deal with it if we rotated right. Hopefully that explained it well. But that's the thing. It's like in certain situations in the playoffs, we're going to have to hedge the big guy, and we're going to have to have proper rotations defensively. We're going to have proper help on this backside, and when we barely hedge all season long, these guys don't know, you know, they're not comfortable with playing this help side defense. So we'll hedge, it'll be good, but then teams in the playoffs, they make adjustments so they'll make an adjustment and start to pick it apart, and these guys won't properly know how to help on the backside, or they won't have the reps that they need to be able to do so quickly and effectively and cover an elite offense like the Golden State Warriors. So that's the problem I have is we don't run different schemes enough all season. So not only does it let teams get comfortable, we've talked about why we should switch schemes up just for the regular season, but then in the playoffs, without switching up schemes, without running different schemes, when we have to switch them up, guys don't have the reps to be able to do so as effectively as possible. If we had hedged more last season during the regular season, I think we could have won a couple of those games in the Western Conference Finals, because I think these weak side rotations would have been better. And this help side defense would have been better, and they wouldn't have been able to pick it apart and make those comebacks that they did. So that is why I think switching up. Let me switch it back here. That is why I think switching up defenses is I think that's why you got to do it in the regular season. That's why I have a problem with Stotts not doing it during the regular season. I'm sure there's people out there on Twitter that, since I am criticizing Stotts right now, say I have no basketball knowledge, but I think I just displayed it pretty well. You know what I mean? You guys don't see the haters that I get on you don't see the hate that I get on Twitter. So let's see what Jake said. No coach would hedge and recover on middle ball screens with Hassan. I agree we should be more aggressive, closer to the level of the screen with his drop, though. I'm fine doing it on the side, though. I see a lot of coaches hedge on center ball screens, and Hassan isn't as slow as you make him out to be. When I saw him hedge game 1, game 2, Whiteside was getting out there quickly. You know what I mean? Whiteside was fine. Hedging. So we need a b-ball breakdown version from Torrey Jones featuring Eric Brandt. Those videos take a lot of time to edit, and I can't use NBA footage. They're cracking down on that. That's why I never started using NBA footage in the first place, is because of the copyright issue. I think I did so on like a couple of my very first videos, but that's why I don't
So what happened? They shut Kenny down
Kenny?
and House of
No, they didn't shut
Highlights,
House of
or
Highlights down. They shut down Free Dawkins.
I thought they did.
Because House of
Free
Highlights is like
Dawkins,
Bleacher
that's what it
Report, so
was.
they have a partnership.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. Free Dawkins didn't have any sort of partnership. He was just a guy making highlights. So it sucks that they shut him down. They like blocked all his videos or something. I don't know. I don't know. Um,
It's it's dumb because I don't know. You'd think that helps
yeah,
spread the
but
game,
they got
It's
House of
like
Highlights that like pays them to. I don't know what the partnership is, but it like makes more sense to have House of Highlights be like the number one, just because of the partnership they have with the NBA. It makes more sense to have them be like the number one channel. So I don't know. There's
uh,
more to it, but like it kind of makes sense, but it kind of doesn't at the same time.
is it is it really strict with NCAA highlights too, or is it less?
NCAA highlights, I don't believe are regulated by the NCAA, so it depends on the broadcasting company. Um,
Because I'd love to be able to use like plays and highlights and stuff to
we
when we
can't.
start doing our
We can't. I'm
prospect
not gonna
videos and
risk
stuff.
anything because like one
That
copyright strike,
sucks.
and I think I can't
Yeah.
live stream for 90 days. So, like, you know what I mean? Like it,
Yeah, it sucks.
and then you can't. And then
Draft's
if it's
more
not a
important.
strike, then it's a claim, and then can't make any money off the video, and somebody else makes all the money off of our work. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing with draft prospect videos. They can blow up, especially after the draft when people look up, stuff about them. So maybe like highlight tapes from high school or something. I don't know.
So Tommy has a good idea. Let's just invite everyone from chat to like the park, and we'll recreate the highlights, and then like you can just
That's
break them
funny.
down. You'll like come on the court and be like your
We'll catch you
coaching and
later,
stuff.
Destrom. Um. Anyway. Uh. Yeah. So had a this been a good stream. Hopefully, Adam Versive, did that make sense? Okay, yeah, he said it. He said that helps make sense of what you're talking about. Appreciate it. Yep, for sure, man. Um, for sure. And that's the thing. Jake was talking about. Oh, you don't hedge center pick and rolls. Well, you could run a scheme where if it's in between the lane lines, he traps. If it's outside the lane lines, he hedges. Like you.
Well, yeah, even if you're not hedging, if you throw just say one out of every 10 times you throw a hedge in the middle, it's not going to make teams destroy us. Like they're not
Yeah,
going to know because like right now they know that he's dropping on those. He's in the middle. They
yeah. It's
set a
like you'll
pick in
have
the
a great
middle,
mid
and
range
they
shooter
know
that keeps
exactly
getting
where
wide
Whiteside's
open
going to
mid
be.
range shots, but oh no, you can't have him hedge in the center because they might get an open shot. It's like, well, our drop scheme a lot of times gives up open shots. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It seems like Jake's very well spoken. He knows the game. I feel like he tries to find ways to disagree with us sometimes. Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's just the feeling I get a lot of times. Which is fine that he disagrees with us. Sometimes I just wonder, like, if there's anything I could ever say that he'd be like, oh, you know what? Actually, that makes sense. So,
Do you think we'll make the playoffs?
uh, I think we have like a 30% chance of making the playoffs. It's probably what I'd say right now.
Yeah, it'd be fun this last month or so if we
Yeah, I mean,
did
like,
make
for
a
covering
run,
the
but
team, it'd be fun. But, because that's the thing. After the season, people are going to be like, all right, I'll see you in September, or I'll see you in October. And, like, that kind of sucks,
yeah.
But, by the way, it's good to hear your voice, Fish. I don't... Who's Fish? Oh,
That's
yeah.
me, dude.
Yeah,
Remember, I drink like a fish.
that's
It
it's
hasn't
been a while.
been He's
Yeah,
going old
Adam
school there. It
received that.
hasn't
I
been
haven't
brought
seen
out
it.
in a couple
Adam, I
months.
haven't seen it in a while, man. Good to have you back in here. Fish and Panda. That's right, man. I miss those. I miss those streams. I don't know what it is, but those streams had like a different feel to them. I don't. Why do you think that was? Like it was like more like relaxed, like not talk about basketball for an hour, just like joking around. Like what do you think is the difference now? You know what I mean? Like it's just a not necessarily like a bad way. It's just like a different vibe now.
I think out of the like regulars, it's like half of them have given up on the season and aren't quite as tuned in. And
yeah,
Jake, we're not telling you.
No, I'm
he's
not
saying
telling
to
you
leave,
to
man.
leave, bro. See, I didn't want to. I didn't want him to take that the wrong way. I just feel like I could make a good point, and I'll never like. You'll find a way where it's like, oh no, that's wrong. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just that's the thing is I feel like I can't make a point that makes sense to you. You know, which is fine. You can disagree with me. That's not. You know, I like that. I like the conversation, and I'm literally telling people that you know what you're talking about and you're well versed. So don't be offended or anything. Because you're the one guy who's like consistently in here who like supports thoughts and like really knows what they're talking about. So I like having a diversity of thought in here. Sometimes it's just like I feel like I'm making a really good point, and then it's like, oh no, don't hedge in the middle. You know, it's like I don't know what to say to get any credit. You know.
Yeah, the other part about the streams earlier in the season is we still had hope that the season would turn out great, and as the losses piled up, the injuries piled up, it like was, I don't know, this season sucked from a fan standpoint.
Yep. Which this season's like worst case scenario, and we've handled it fine. We've handled it well. Just wish we had more to go off of. But yeah, like arguing for an hour over who's a better passer, like it's not.
It's still me, but
you don't know. That's the thing. You pass well out of the post, but like you've never seen me make plays in transition.
Well, you've never seen me.
But I know you ain't going as fast as I am.
It has nothing to do
like
with
when you're a threat
fast.
as a ball handler, it creates more passing lanes. It creates better. It's harder to pass when you're.
I am a threat as a ball handler.
Not like full speed. I don't know.
See when you started, little Mikkel.
He's not. I threw the best.
When we went to Mount Tabor that one day, I was diming people up out of transition, running the fast breaks, doing all that stuff, and you were just standing there complaining about how slippery it was and how you couldn't shoot because
the ball
it was
slippery. I couldn't shoot. Literally doesn't have anything to do with anything. I literally threw the best pass in Rip City 3-on-3 last summer. I did. Yeah. I did. I dimed you up so many times, bro. This man... Bro, right,
I dimed you up a lot too. It's not. I'm not saying anything. You're trying to act like I don't know.
We're gonna check the footage, bro. Look at what we started. We're going back to our roots here. We're going back to.
You don't
want me to check the footage because I'm right. Let's see how much.
No, it's because no one cares.
I care. Yeah.
You started a little bit.
If you guys don't care, don't blame me. No, I'm gonna find you one dime just to say I told you so. Because I can find more.
You're gonna find the dime of you hitting Franco and him not even paying attention to hitting him right in the hands.
That's why I wasn't passing to that man. He literally airballed a 15-footer. I got him a dime on, and then another one he wasn't ready for it. I don't know. I honestly like. I haven't watched one of these back, but I do enjoy like watching little clips of this. Just fond memories.
Franco actually had the best pass because it was
Franco had a good pass, and who set that up? Who hit that quick pass to the corner? Was that this game? Oh, that's the vlog. That game was a battle. Oh yeah, that was the play you're talking about.
This is about that was that was
Yeah,
about to be
that.
the play I was talking about. Yeah, there it
See,
is.
that was a full team play. That was a full team play, bro.
Okay, but you didn't make the
I made the
good
right
pass.
pass though. I made the right pass.
I know.
I gotta reduce
To
the.
Franco. You knew Franco would.
I didn't think Franco was gonna throw that pass. I was throwing that pass hoping he'd throw that pass because I didn't really have an angle to throw you the ball. I didn't really have like. Because they were both right there, so I was hoping like I threw it to him. He's like, he's not gonna throw this pass, and then he threw it. I was hyped. You guys better show up. We better have a fan section with chanting and like we better have like a fan section this summer, man. I want a fan section. That was garbage. I got a dime in here somewhere, dude. Free throws. I missed too many free throws. That first day, that second day, I popped off.
Yeah, that'd be cool if they
Look
were
at
all
that
Blazer
dime,
Uprise
though.
shirts.
Look at that dime. Look at that dime, and then you didn't give me my assist. You didn't give me
And
my
then I
assist.
passed back to you, same.
Oh, what do you mean? Like most people were going up with that left.
We
or most
both
people
had
were fading
dimes on the
away.
same
I
play.
jumped, drew two, twisted, drop off. Not even that impressive of a pass, but like you.
Yeah, and then I got you a wide open lane if they didn't call the foul.
I mean, I need cheering section, and then I need like y'all to. And one. That's easy.
Okay, here's the other thing too. All right, next year let me inbound it then every time.
Okay. And I'll just sit down there on the block.
Look at what you got the. Look at the game winner in the championship game. I was up top taking the ball and I dimed you up for.
Okay, I'm not saying you're a bad passer.
For you got fouled on it, but it wasn't this game.
Got to work on the free throws though, which I missed a ton this game too. But
that's for sure.
I was like streaky. Because that was our downfall the year before, is we couldn't make free throws.
Well, that wasn't really us.
Blazer gang. So the.
I didn't really shoot that many.
So this white guy, that's 503 for the fans on Twitter.
That
guy. Damani, bro. I love. Damani, man. I love looking back at this. He's so chippy, bro. And then, so how many of you guys have seen this? How many have you guys haven't seen this? Because they got like in a fight the second day. It is top-notch editing. It was chippy, man. It was chippy. That's 503 for the fans. I guess he played in college, but I wasn't super impressed. Look at that first step, though. Look at that first step. I'm just saying. Big man with a little bit of a first step. And look at that bully ball. You got absolutely murdered. My man Eric got absolutely murdered.
Well, yeah,
what were you calling for? Were you calling for the 503 guy, or were you?
Well, yeah. Look at his left arm is like wrapped around my arm. When it go for the rebound.
Oh yeah.
Watch number 2 is like left arm.
On you. And I'm like, Eric, just play, bro. Just play.
But I get the ball back in a minute and do a spin move, and
I was like, chill, bro. It's like you're gonna attack the ref. And then okay, yeah, nice. This ref just stare at you like, bro, you better chill.
No, like I told you that day, like we were cool. Like it looked
so
demonstrative on the film.
Like holy
it looks like horrible
well,
on the film, but like we were actually totally cool. I was unlike the year before. Like I was cool with the ref the whole time.
They literally just hacked me every time. Literally all arm, man. And they kept complaining. That's what I was telling them, too. Like, every time I drove, bro, there's a reason I shot like 8 free throws the second day. Because they finally started calling the right calls.
We destroyed them the next
we did.
day,
I
though.
know. Because we started making free throws. That was the problem. And then that whole mix-up. But no, I haven't, like, watched much of this back. That's only 4... That's almost 5 months away. But... So how many of you guys have seen that? How many of you guys watched that?
Got 5. Adam and Eve says he watched it.
He looks like he's 5'4", 130. You talking about Damani? Eric quotes, has no skill, Brant, Giannis joke.
No, he's I think he's talking about that guy who said he played.
Oh,
Damani.
Yeah, Damani's like, yeah.
I thought he was talking about 503.
Hey, he's Damani's quick though. He doesn't like, I don't know. I feel like Damani could be a lot better in 3-on-3 if I don't know, if he played more. I don't know. Like, we'll get Damani out at those runs. KGW was kind of trash. But another dime while I got fouled. Screw this ad. Get out of my way, ad. I'm literally mad at my own ads. What the hell's...
Jake says you have 1,000 views just from you.
But I was getting fouled, too. I still got it to you. Easy. Not even impressed. Not even that impressed.
You know, pass.
But it's,
No, that's not.
I mean, it's hard when you
pass,
don't have your right arm. When you're getting your right arm taken away from you.
I think your pass is coming up here.
Which one?
When you dime out, nice box out.
That's my go-to. That's my go-to.
No, I meant to play before. Nice box out. You let him get that.
I blocked him though, but he already had a running start. So
yeah,
and they were so small. I was kind of like,
you're small watching
these rebounds. But you ain't guarding that finish. Perfect over the top. I gift this man layups and he's trying to trash my passing. Ungrateful. You're ungrateful, bro.
I'm not trashing your passes. Like, I dime you out too. Like, you know, I've acknowledged that you have good passes. They're not quite as good as mine, but they're good. You just like you act like I don't pass to you ever. I assisted myself there.
Stott says that's impossible. I gotta get that burst back.
I pulled the CJ
burst this summer than I do right now, but I've been dealing with like plantar fasciitis and my ankle's been kind of messed up. Gotta get that burst back, man. Gotta lose some weight, honestly. Yeah, I'm looking for dimes here. It's like I'm homeless. I'm looking for. I don't know what that putback was. Don't even ask me about this putback. I thought I had that putback, bro. You just fading away. Yeah, we couldn't rebound this game. I don't know why.
Well, that's because I'm not in the game right now.
Like in general, we couldn't rebound this game. I threw it between his legs. Getting threes hit in my face. Where's my dimes at? The problem with the money in the other guy, Franco, they don't really shoot, and they would be on the perimeter. So it's like, what do I kick it out to him? Like, literally got hacked every time, man. Y'all seeing how I got murdered?
Jake says you're clamped.
Bro, what do you mean I'm clamped?
Oh, see, look at that nice pass you
Oh,
got
you
on the
mean where
run.
you literally just kicked it out to the 3-point line?
You tried to take credit for that early.
Eric. I'm a better passer than you. Look at
See, I
this
made the right read.
dime.
Is that what you said? I made the right read, right? I knew you were
Hey,
going to drive on that guy.
that finish was awesome. I love the like
You
off
got the
foot
in.
like crafty finishes. That's what I've always like really taken pride in. You pass into yourself 4 times, yeah.
Oh, is this where I missed like 4 lanes in a
I'm
row?
a better
Yeah, 2, 3,
passer than
4,
you.
yeah.
I give myself dimes off the rim. Dime,
And so,
dime.
I think it was a Ryan Bailey that said like Myers, make it Myers. Oh, look at
Yeah,
that
the dime
dime.
from me, bro. You're already facing me. I'm on the run, throwing it
What?
perfectly over the top for you to catch with one hand with your right and finish, but you didn't catch it properly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
you
I
didn't
drew
give me
the
my
defense and
assist.
got you an easy lane.
Oh,
Oh, look at that kick
but
out.
like,
3 money.
he hit my elbow. Look, we're throwing like the same exact passes. We're
Oh,
literally
that,
throwing the same
oh,
exact
yeah,
passes. So,
I know. See,
but like
that's
these
what I'm
aren't like
saying.
my
You can't give
good
me credit.
passes. You know what I mean?
I know. What do you think they're my
Oh,
like
look at that
best
kick out.
passes
Look at
ever?
that
Either
pass
is
back. Oh
hard
my
in half
goodness.
court.
Better ball movement than the Blazers, to be honest.
It's hard in a half court when we're both better
Oh,
in
dude,
transition. Probably, you
transition is
know.
my game. Like, we'll get these runs in during the spring, full court.
Oh, Chiefin's in here to
Chiefin's
climb
it,
you.
bro. Chiefin, I'll burn you,
You can
bro.
tell
I will
Tori Hustle
literally
handle.
burn you, bro. You don't want this. I love you, bro, but I will burn you. Like that is what I'll do to you. That is what I'll do. You'll foul me, and I'll just scoop that type of stuff in. Like, oh look, another assist for me. Okay.
I'll be playing like Caleb Swanigan right
Why?
now.
Just because you recovery?
I just, like have I can't jump and I can't run, so
This makes me just want to get in the gym.
yeah,
It's still 8:20,
it's
so I'm
bad
gonna get
right
in
now.
the gym after this actually, because I haven't gotten to the gym in a while.
Dude, it's been nice enough. We should start doing the runs now
Yeah, I mean,
if it
yeah.
stays nice. I tried to get Chiefin to come to the gym the
Wow,
other
bro,
day,
he's
but he
talking
didn't show up.
all this smoke, and that is what I'll do to Chiefin right there. He's talking all this smoke, and he's not even gonna show up to play you when you're recovering. That power move.
It was like running full games.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
What do
could
you
have
mean I
passed
had
to
a
me
layup?
there.
Yeah, you missed me.
Just kidding.
I could have, but he was behind you. I thought he was gonna reach
I
around
think
you,
my
because that's the type of pass I would see. But
yeah, monster killer. I think Myers would be better for our
then
team right
then
now.
who?
I hate to say that, but
Oh yeah.
then Caleb.
Oh yeah.
He said who's
Oh, in
better,
a
Caleb or
heartbeat,
Myers?
bro. Gotta give myself that ad revenue. Oh look, another assist for me.
All right, we're about to get to a
Yeah,
bunch of passes. The only reason why I didn't get a ton of assists in the championship game is
because I shot
because
8 free throws,
um
made 8 free throws.
yeah, because you got fouled every time.
I should just kept going. That's that this play.
Yeah, there we go. See, look at that dime. That's
Which
better than
one?
any pass you've had so far. That last one. Chiefin, I just had foot surgery like 3 days after this
What?
game, man. Don't give me crap about my ankles. I know I'm like way big and out of shape. I couldn't run at all. I couldn't
How
move.
far your stream behind? I don't see any pass from you. I didn't see any pass. Lil Bakel. This is all Lil Bakel.
The one where we had it up top, and
That was a good block.
it's after this, I think. Yeah, it's right after this. Hold on, just watch.
Yeah, that's solid.
So you find the
Yeah,
cut.
see, that's the
You
thing.
find the cut.
You wouldn't make that cut. Which I don't blame you. You were hurt, but
Benjamin says it's pretty easy to assist when
it's
you're
pretty
passing
easy
to
to
Eric.
assist when you're
That's
passing to
true.
me and I'm cutting that quick. See, that's the thing. I start to drive.
If
I
you're cutting,
shouldn't have drove at those two people, actually.
see, I need cutters. I love finding the cutters. It's
See, when this
way
guy
better than
helps out,
scoring, in my
that's when you
opinion.
hit that back door. I lob it to you perfectly. And you rim tap it on a lane. But, you know,
Yeah.
it's just super clogged.
Kyler, this was actually a good game tonight. I'd rewatch the Blazer game if that's what you're talking about.
You were kind of locked up a couple possessions. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I was
well, then
locking up.
that guy with the do-rag started hitting a bunch of you locked up a couple possessions, had like really good defense, but that guy with the do-rag started hitting like shots that I don't think he normally hits. Like Franco got his ankles broken. See this, no offense to 503 for the fans, like, but he said he played in college like a couple years ago, but this was his layup attempt. I don't believe him. Like, this guy said he played in college a couple years ago. How's that gonna be your layup? Like,
He was scared of me. I intimidated him. White side right there.
maybe. No, it's funny that Franco just like checked the
easy.
ball and fell on his ass. That was a horrible call. That was a horrible, horrible call. I said ball don't lie too.
I'm getting kind of worried about got 5 months. Or no, 4.5 months now.
See, I got that post work too. Eric got that those post moves, but I got post moves too.
Yep. I'm hoping in a couple months here I'm ready to go like full speed so I can get back in shape and don't have that huge
If you
gut. Get some of my quickness back.
Don't end up out though.
Oh, I
have
know.
to replace you with vanilla. But hey, yeah.
Oh, look at
both
that
of us, bro. So.
Yep, you had a dime. I had a dime.
Which pass was more impressive, Chet, out of these two?
They're both the same.
Me on the
They're
run,
the same.
hooking it, like twisting in the air, hooking it right to you, and then you just like stand there touching it back. I don't know. Depends on what type of pass you buy.
The wherewithal to touch back.
The wherewithal.
To you, to
This
have a
man's
wet
throwing out
lane.
wherewithal.
The unselfishness.
Oh my god. Shoot, man. For a couple of our runs, I'm literally just going to have to try passing. But, like, people got cut, though. That's the problem. People got cut. People got to be in the right spot.
Yeah.
And the thing is, pickup games, people don't really shoot well, so it just ends up clogged, and they're like, what, basic kick out to a three-point shooter? Like, too small, baby. Westbrook. I want to... Dude, where's my dime to Franco, though? I mean, they also let me do that too much. Just get to it, Joe. Stop. That's the thing. They don't have no size. We're going to play him again. We're going to have Cool Nuts back in that this year. I want to make a bet with him that if we beat him, he has to make like a first take type of intro song for Blazers Uprise. I think that'd be cool. Hey, look at that dime, bro.
That was a good pass.
See, like, I placed them well. You know what I mean? Like, I placed it for you to like, catch a high turn to that shoulder. Because people just, like, try and get it to you. I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying you don't.
You're acting like I don't play so well either.
I just, I try and, like, place passes. That's the thing people don't... If you're young and you're playing, like, when you pass, focus on where you're placing your passes. Like, you want to set up... But look at that cut. Look at that cut. That Jake Layman cut. Wish the Blazers would do more of that.
Dude, done.
and you actually saw it. Whiteside probably doesn't see that. But no, that's the thing. If you're young, focus on where you're placing your passes. Like if you're making passes, a lot of kids just kind of just try and throw it to a guy. Try and throw it in a spot where they can do the most with it, if that makes sense. Damani here. Damani's so entertaining, bro. Like literally mid game, he's in the game and he just goes over to the side, starts. That's so Damani. And then 30 seconds later. 30 seconds later you have the cringy ass fight.
Nice take, dude.
I think that's the guy who runs Blazer Gang too, by the way, guys. I think that's the guy who like runs it. His name is Dre.
So the thing is, though, we were warned going into this season not to
not to
start
complain
anything
too much,
and not to, because a couple of our games got a little chippy last year. So it's mostly because Damani talks a lot of crap, but like you saw in those tweets about Damani getting into it and stuff. But anyways, so like we were warned not to fight.
Yeah,
so,
that's
like,
why I reacted so strongly. That's why I was like, bro.
Yeah.
Because I saw it too. He was trying to like rip the ball away from him. He wasn't trying to throw him down. Like, I don't think that play was dirty. He was like trying to like grab the ball from him, and Franco got his arm caught in there. So, so I was like, don't get us kicked out, bro. Yeah, and especially because I knew like he didn't try and do anything dirty. He was just trying to like rip the ball away. Then here comes Damani. Like, I respect it, but it was like, bro. And then you got the ref, forfeit both of you. Looking back on it, it's cringe, but like in the mo, it's just like, bro, I don't know. And he's a ref. Like I think they've ref together, whatever. Like they're cool with each other. But my favorite part of this is the guy.
It's the guy eating the chips.
Popcorn.
The ref. He's repping the game eating chips.
I thought it was popcorn, which is like so fitting. Which is so fitting. Just standing in the middle of it. He came over like he was going to help, but he's holding chips or popcorn or something. Like you don't even have hands available. Like he came over like he was going to help out, but it's like he's holding a bag of whatever. Yeah. Anyway. The zoom in, bro. I had so much fun making that edit. I was dying. Because I didn't notice he even came over. Because that was the ref we got into it last year, I think. And then they started calling it tight because of all that, which worked to my advantage. But before the game, this white team was saying that I couldn't make free throws, so it was fine to foul me. I literally hit my last 8. Like, man, this guy started popping off. See, like, he started hitting those. It's like, playing good defense. They better get a big man. They probably don't have one available. That's the thing, we're just so much bigger. Well, I'm gonna hit more threes this year. That's the goal.
Me too.
That should have went in. That'd been dope. No, I just want to hit more threes because I'm tired of us just like I don't know. We already won it and like we won it just like pounding teams away. I want to win it with like us hitting threes and like you know what I mean, not just like bullying people because we just bullied these teams, honestly, like with our height, with our size.
I'll drop them off. What is that? Chiefin
won't
says I'll
drop
drop them off.
Anything, except for the ball. I don't even know what he's saying. I don't even know what I'm saying. You hit the stanchion on this. Like that should have been out of bounds. Not gonna lie. You hit the stanchion.
Which one?
On that pass. Which I hate how the stanchions like lean over the play. So like that's hard when you're driving baseline to like reverse because the stanchions get in the way. But I love how Chief is probably in there like, bro, Bones trash. Tori's trash. What were you gonna say?
Nothing. He's saying we're so white. He's gonna drop you off means like beat you, bro. But you said I'll drop them off. Like okay, so you're dropping both of us off.
Doesn't know what he's talking about. That's literally going to be a video, guys. Chiefin talking all this trash. He'll probably play defense like that. He'll just foul me constantly. I guarantee it, bro.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. Because that's all this team did. They just fouled. Like, every time. See, and then he airballs. Like, yeah. Okay, that was bad. But I was trying to get fancy with it. And I was trying to draw the foul when I drove. I had it straight lined up. In the back, the thing is with these backboards, they're cardboard, so like the ball dies when you hit the backboard. So I had to throw it like high off the backboard, you know, to get it to die. So I was trying to like shoot it like high off the backboard, and I almost hit my spot. Like if the backboard was a little taller, probably would have went in because it was straight like perfectly like where I wanted it. But
and if you just
I know. When I shot it, I was like, I thought I like had it perfectly because that would have been a sick layup.
See, Jake, the difference between me and Whiteside is that my drop coverage, I yell, I'm like screaming out the picks.
Sometimes you're a little too loud, my ears ring.
but no, you can't say I don't communicate.
But okay, can somebody tell me how this is not a foul? Somebody like how is that not a foul? See, that's how we beat them. We just bullied them inside. They couldn't rebound. Like,
Eric Bry, I just didn't say hi, Eric.
See, that was your best pass, if it got through. Just needed to lead me a little bit more. It's like I could have reached out with my left, gotten it, and then maybe finished it. It was a good time. I hate when people do this. This is my biggest pet peeve. I have this white guy on me, right? Like a foot smaller than me. I want to post him up for the win. I have the mismatch, and he comes to set me a screen. Like I guess I'm out, but it was just like, just let me take it. Like let me. Just backed it out, bro. I hate when I post up and people try and set like screens on my guy. Like just let me go to work in the post. Gotta make that, Eric. Let's go, Eric.
I don't know.
But anyway, what was the... Oh, the game winner was that pass through RC. Okay, so that was Rip C 3-on-3. So yeah, I'm a better passer than Eric. Eric and Tori going. This show's still going on? Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up in like 5-10 minutes. Tori on God, do you hate when people get in your way? I'm the same type. I just hate when I post up and people like try and post up like underneath me or come try to set a screen for me when I'm like 10 feet away from the rim trying to post up, you know what I mean? Or they don't like space. Like I hate that. I hate that. It just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? And most people in my rec league like truly do know how to play, but every now and then I'll sub for a team where I'll play with somebody that I gotta get rid of the screen. There we go. Or I'll play with somebody that does that type of stuff, and it drives me crazy. Rip City 2. That's because that's like the form that like got us into the media bracket. It'd be cool to have like a Blazers Uprise entry and then let like him play with like Damani or Franco still. I don't know. That probably wouldn't be possible, but then like because Rip City 2 has some players too, you know. Let like Spencer play. Spencer set up a team. But I don't know. What do you think about that, Eric? Like yeah, I just figured if there was like enough people that wanted to like play from the forum that like we, you know, it'd basically be like us having two teams, but because that's the thing, I wouldn't want to like leave out Franco or actually Franco talks a lot of trash about my passing, so but definitely would have to have Damani. But like it'd be cool to have like a couple viewers. I wouldn't not Chiefin though. Not Chiefin. He talks too much trash. I want to go against Chiefin. Chiefin, get a job at like Rip City Project or Blazers Edge or something. Start writing and then get in the media bracket and then play me, and I will drop you off, dust you off. Do you guys like playing 3-on-3? Always thought it was pretty boring. Only so much you can do. I mean, it's just like more like 1-on-1.
I hate 3-on-3.
Yeah. Like 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 is a lot better than 3-on-3. Like the difference between 3-on-3 and 4-on-4 is a lot bigger than like 4-on-4 and 5-on-5. Like especially if you're talking about like a rec league, since you might not have a ton of like phenomenal shooters there. I don't know. So like 4-on-4 is fine because you can still do like the same amount of stuff and you have a little bit more space. And 5-on-5 obviously is 5-on-5. But that's the problem.
Hello?
That's the problem with 3-on-3. Yo,
So,
mute your mic if you're gonna talk on the phone. I'll mute it for you. See, that's the thing. Is I'll mute it for Eric, and then he comes back, and I don't realize it's muted. And he's like, "Bro, I muted it." It's like, well, what's up, Trevin? Do I talk too much trash? Dame Dale, you're just you're a character, bro. You're a character, and I mean that in a good way. Jake loving all this drop coverage and pick and roll. Eric making Terry proud. Yeah, the only problem I hated is when that guy started hitting those pull-ups, I didn't have any help. I was on an island by myself. I felt like how I feel when I watch the game. Speaking of character, where's Yo-Yo Mama? I don't know. We've been missing Russell first round exit Westbrook too. Travioli's been gone for a while. He should be off his honeymoon by now. I don't know where Travioli went, man. I miss Travioli. Shout out to everybody in here though. Chief, and you should join their team. It's just that team was just like members of a forum. So, Captain Captain is Yo-Yo Mama. Yo-Yo Mama is Russell first round exit? I don't think it is. I don't think so, no. Why do you say that, Trevin? Yo-Yo Mama is Captain Captain. Yeah, I want to see Chiefin play too because he keeps like talking trash. So we will run some pickup games in the spring. And Luka almost hit a game winner from half court. Oh, he barely missed. Damn. But yeah, and I might film it, and I can make a video of me playing Chiefin 1-on-1 and me exposing him. Chiefin, where you at, man? You down to be exposed, bro? I'm going back through the chat now. Damn, Tori is actually looking good. What'd you think, bro? You think you didn't? that wasn't even me shooting jumpers, which I can shoot. Like, I'm streaky, inconsistent, but I can shoot like step backs, mid range pull ups, like shots off the dribble from three. Like, chief it, man. I'm good. Like, trust me, bro. You're sitting here talking trash to me as if I'm not good, as if I didn't, start for 2 years which was at the time at the best basketball program in all of Vancouver. I started at for 2 years. One is the only non-senior on a team. We went 11-0 in league. Would have went 3-1 unless Schwab and beaten Jefferson, which won the state championship that year when they had Silas Melson. We would have beaten them if we didn't play like every player on the roster at least 8 minutes, because we only lost by 5. And then the next year, completely recycled our team, still went 11-0 in league. Like, sorry about those years. Like, I told you I was in Les Schwab, man. I'm not. I actually played. I'm not, I went and played in college. It didn't go as planned. My knees kind of struggled with it. I don't have the best knees. And so I don't know. I kind of lost confidence. Had some moments. Should bring up like a couple clips. But yeah. I don't live in Portland anymore, so can anyone do 3-on-3 Rip City? Yeah, anybody can, but the media bracket is only open to like media, basically. But like we can do it because it was like for the official forum of the official like message board for the Portland Trail Blazers. Which I love that forum, but holy hell, there's so much drama. Like, I'm not even gonna get into it, man. First round exit Westbrook on Twitter was responding automatically with the captain at 1.2. What do you mean, automatically? I don't remember him saying that, honestly. I forget a lot of stuff that happens in these streams. Where'd Eric go? Eric got an important phone call, I guess. He's basically adding the stuff from a different account. Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't want them all to be the same person. I like having different characters. Random draft note. Denny FD as standing reach is only 8'5.5". How is his standing reach only 8'5.5" when he's like 6'8", 6'9"? That seems crazy short. Dame Dalla. I'm only 5'6", but got crazy bounce. One time a guy thought I was going to run into the back of him, and he didn't even know I was going to be jumping over him and blocking it off the backboard. You told me you had a dunk in high school. You sent me a picture of it that you found on Google. So I don't believe anything you say when it comes to basketball, because I believed you, and that was a mistake because you were making stuff up. Clown me. Long neck, short arms. Brandon Clark's is 8'6". Can you make draft prospects early and the gaming channel? Yeah, I don't know when I'll start that up, and I don't know if I want to go with that name, because like my nickname as a in high school, and this was before John Bones Jones was really known, my nickname was Bones Jones, and it wasn't based off John's Bones Jones. But if I went with Bones Jones, then people would think it's based off that, so I don't know what to go with. Or I don't know if I go with my name, or I don't know what I go with for the channel name. So, but I do want to do gaming in the future. That'd be a lot of fun, and do some gaming streams or whatnot. Might be starting in the off season. But just so we can chill and playing some Rocket League on stream would be fun, man. I don't know if you guys are really into that, but obviously I wouldn't do it on just this channel. It'd be a different channel, but. You heard of Ben Gregg, 6'9" sophomore? No, I haven't. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Day 8 of asking Torrey to do a firing Terry Stotts Portland Trailblazers rebuild. The coaching has, like, no effect in my league on 2K, so I don't know why, like, the firing Terry Stotts rebuild would be a thing, because it wouldn't really matter in terms of the game. Does that make sense? Clackamas High School. How do we know who plays for a sophomore for Clackamas High School? Oh, I mean, maybe if he's like an elite prospect. But no, I don't know him. Why did it say I just paid $53 to Google? For what? Oh, for YouTube TV. Crap, dude. All my money on my bank account. Sheesh. Myers or Caleb for our team right now? Myers. That's what Eric said too. I don't know what happened to Eric. Ball's Life has a mix with him. I'll have to watch it. Battleground has a kid that's going to Gonzaga. And then Union High School has a kid who could probably go Pac-12, who's like kind of blown up out of nowhere. Who's like nice. But that's about all I know in terms of like high school players around here. DeMonte Burns, no. You spend $50 on YouTube TV? Yeah, what else? How else am I going to watch Blazer games, man? How else am I going to watch Blazer games? I have to. Then every month it's like $50 for Google. I might get rid of it during the off season. Probably not. Probably not. You don't have a TV sub? What do you mean? A TV sub. Eric, welcome back. What was that?
Yo.
Business Matters?
Oh, that was no, it was actually Chiefin calling me.
Why didn't you leave? You should have left your mic on. You should have left your mic on. You should have said it was Chiefin.
I know.
How's Chiefin? Chiefin has your number? Oh yeah, because you were trying to meet up at 24 Hour Fitness. What was he saying? Why don't you bring him on here, bro? Should have left it on speaker.
I don't know, I should have put on speakerphone, but he was trying to get a scouting report on you.
What'd you say?
And then we're just trying to figure out how to meet up.
I'll show up at 24 Hour
He knows
Fitness
I was on here, so
I play a lot better indoors. Or I haven't seen me play indoors, but I play a lot better indoors than outdoors. So I'll be down.
See, you haven't been to 24 in a while, right?
24 in a while, no.
Yeah, so anyone who hasn't been in a while, you can get a 3-day pass for free. So like we should just plan it to where we can maybe meet up like 3 days in a row and
in there. Like, would we be able to play 1-on-1? Eric, fix your internet. Hello, Eric Brandt, beeping at me. EB, phone home. Figure out your internet. You're killing me. Try to figure out how I can dust off Chiefin. Cringe accent is cringe. What accent? I wasn't using an accent. Not like a specific one. I hate this ringtone. Eric, pick up Skype, bro. Please. This dude's really just gonna let this ring. Eric. Y'all see what I have to deal with? Or maybe he's calling me back. That'd be funny if he was calling me back. No, I'm calling him. Bro. Alright, well, I guess Chiefin is saved by the bells of Skype. Because it's disconnection. I'm not going to figure out how to meet up with him, I guess. Because literally, I want that to be a video. Tory versus Chiefin. Tory versus Chiefin Blazers. It's dumb that illegal streams run better than League Pass. Yeah, I agree. League Pass is kind of glitchy. That's why I usually don't buy it. Yeah, so Eric I don't know what the hell, man. Anyway. You guys get to hear the ringtone in the background. I muted it for you guys. It's not your night. How's it ringing then if it's not connecting? Yeah, I was waiting for you to say something. You guys gotta go buy party stuff. Oh, were you jamming to that ringtone, Trevin? Sorry, I muted it, bro. Yeah, because that's what I was saying is so they're always running games to 24. Would I be able to play them one-on-one? Also, I want it to be a video. So it to be like one of those videos like those YouTubers do in the gym, like, yo, what's up? Whatever nation. Homie nation, what's going on? I'm here with a subscriber. I'm here with Chief and Blazers. We're going to play one-on-one. He's been talking a lot of trash. I'm ready to expose him. He's going to get exposed. And then I whoop his ass on the court. That's what I want the video to be. So, anyway. I hit him with some, like, Sham God wrap around behind the back, step back type 3-point jumpers, and then you guys will be like, dang, this guy can actually shoot off the dribble. I'll be like, yeah. Whatever. There's games, but there's always times to play one-on-one too. We'll figure out how to play one-on-one. I played a subscriber 1v1 gone wrong, not clickmate. That's how they always title it. I played a subscriber 1v1 hashtag or in parentheses gone wrong in parentheses wording, I don't know, hashtag clickbait. Eric, give me your gut feeling. It's tied 1-1 Lakers vs Clippers. Last shot of Game 7, Braun over Kawhi. Does he make it? See, Chiefin wants to change the subject. My man Chiefin wants to play games and then play 1v1 afterwards. Bro, figure it out, because I'm trying to play more. I'm about to go to the gym right now, so I'm going to wrap up the stream. You guys got me wanting to get in the gym. So I'll catch you guys later. I'll catch you guys Wednesday. Podcast post-game stream on Wednesday. Yeah. So, until then, you know, I'll sign off for Eric, too, since he keeps ditching us, because man needs to pay his internet bill. Ooh, I'm yawning and stretching. Okay. Yeah, we'll catch you guys on, Sorry, I just got distracted from my outro because I just tried to read whatever the hell Chief and just tried to post. He said, Tory B think he hella IRL. Hopefully your basketball game is better than your English. Those things aren't even similar. Tory B think he hella IRL and Tory is not good IRL. What are you trying to say, bro? I can't wait to beat this man 1-on-1, honestly. Yeah. See, he's salty now. Bro. You're the one who started it, bro, so don't tell me to shut up. You're the one talking a bunch of trash. I'm not even saying you're bad. You're the one saying I'm not good. He skipped the good. Tory B think he hella good at IRL. Still not, you know. Still not the best English. What's good, Tory and Eric? What's up, Austin Wack? I was actually just about to side off. Chief and Blazers and me got to play 1-on-1 soon because he was talking trash to me. That's what's happening. IRL means in real life. That's about the only part of that I understood. Yeah, you can make sense of it though. Tory B think he hella good. Why is the B in there? Tory thinks he's hella good would make sense. Tory B think. I be thinking that I'm gonna be hella good. I don't know. I got my entire life on Chiefin. Dame Dollar, you got your entire account on Chiefin. So if I beat Chiefin, you're perma-banned. Are you willing to bet your entire account on Chiefin? It's not wise, man. Tori, stop roasting me, bro. Hey, I'm on the defensive because you're coming after me, bro. Sunday mornings? Hell no, I ain't showing up on a Sunday morning. Maybe. Probably not. Sunday morning. That's... maybe. Chiefin just messing with you now. I'm messing with him. I got Chiefin right where I want him, honestly. He doesn't realize it. Austin Wax says, oh nice, I've been hella busy, but I'll try to catch your next stream. Blazers still think they can make that push to the playoffs, LOL. Or RIP. Yeah, they still do. I mean, they have a little bit of a chance, but it's not a great one. It would be cool to see some of you guys back in the stream. I figured people just kind of been tuning out the team, so tuning out the streams as a product of that, you know. Kind of sucks, but Friday nights are good for 1v1. We'll see. Whew. That's what saying Eric think I can make those. I don't know what you're talking about, Chief. That's what saying Eric think I can make those. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I will not bet my entire account on it. Smart man, Dame Dollar. You're smart. I wouldn't bet anything on Chiefin, honestly. Chiefin has worse English than me. Tori, you gonna build a house with all that bricks? All the bricks that Chiefin's gonna shoot for me? I mean, probably. I'll build it like a half court. I'll just build a little hut. Hey, I got a compliment from Tori. Yep. Congrats. I think he's agreeing that it's tough to make Sunday mornings, like you said. Got you. Got you. Wolf, I ain't trying to deal with no traffic. Like, if I'm driving all the way down, I don't want to drive all... Bro. Y'all live all the way out there, man. Beaverton. It's like a 35, 40-minute drive. That's what I'm saying. Eric thinks I can make those in quotations. That definitely makes more sense. Trevin, can you be our Chiefin interpreter? You're going to beat me while high? Yeah, no. You ain't going to beat me while high or low or in the middle. Are there 24s by you regular or super sports? I have no idea. Have I ever played mushball? What is mushball? Chiefin, man, you don't know what you're getting into, bro. I'm ready for the fouls. Trust me. I ain't just gonna let you foul me, hack me as much as I know you're going to, because that's what you gotta do. And you got this chip on your shoulder right now. I know you're gonna be chippy with it. But we're playing legit basketball, legit one-on-one. Tori, let me come run it. Come run what? The gym? 24? Mushball. I don't know. Mushball is softball, but with a bigger ball you can play with a glove or no glove. I've never played that. I've never even heard of that, to be honest. Is it like a soft? Mushball is a softball, like a softball size thing? Or like a... You're going to D you up? Yeah, no, bro. You don't know my moves, man. Stream will probably be an hour and a half. Yeah, and got talking about basketball. Literally, bro. Like, If I can't attack you from the perimeter, I'll just post you up. If I can't get to the rim, I'll just shoot those little 15-foot fadeaways and you can't block them. Like, literally, I have everything in the bag. So I'm being confident. You could call it cocky, whatever, but I'm being defensive against you. And you don't know what you're getting into, bro. You're sitting here talking trash without knowing what you're talking about. I saw your comment during that stream. Oh, dang, Tori's kind of good. That wasn't even me playing that well. So, we'll see. Fun as hell. If you're trying to play, let me know. We got a team. Yes, softer than softball. The league is ghetto, but it's fun. That's funny. Yeah, I want to see what it, like, I don't know. I'm trying to imagine it. Mush ball. Chiefin gonna talk all this, but then he gonna pull a flight. Chief. I know Chiefin's played in Les Schwab tournament, but I think he was averaging, like, if you combined every other stat other than turnovers, like 2, and then he was averaging like 3 turnovers a game. So it was like half a point, half a rebound, half a steal, half a block, 3 turnovers or something like that. At least in Les Schwab. Hell no, WTF. Bro, let's leave with this, all right? Let's leave with the final blow here. What was your name? I'll look it up. Les Schwab. Les Schwab Invitational. What year did you play in? 2013? What team were you on? Let's see here. I want the box scores from 2013. Okay. What team were you on? I'll bring it up right here. Display capture. Nope, wrong one. Display capture. That's not even my name, dummy. What are you talking about? I'm a butch for this. For what? Let's look up your stats, bro. Don't talk trash to me and then be like this. Look. 2013. What team did you play for again? I forget. It's all in good fun too. Don't. Which I figured you would understand since you're the one who started it. Cameron. What school? Because we gonna do some math here. I'm just setting up the hype for this too, for this video. Because people are actually hyped up for this, so you should be thanking me for this trash talk. Do you play Clackamas? Did you play Clackamas? I guess I could just click on Clackamas. No, we ended up playing you. Wait, where? It's 2012 I'm thinking of. I forget, it was before Christmas. Or was it Century? Clackamas. Alright, let me check the chat. Tori, looks like the 24 by Vancouver Mall is the one I can go to. Yeah, that's a long drive for you too, though. No, it wasn't Clackamas. It was Century. Century is good. Riddle and McCaffrey were good. Southridge. Because I know we played against y'all. What, bro, what high school you go to, bro? What high school? Bro, why doesn't he want to give me his high school? Oh, you don't want your full name out there? That's the only excuse. Because I know you don't want me to look up the stats. Why is he getting, bro? Chiefin, man, why are you getting so worked up, bro? I'm confused. Why are you so worked up, man? Eric, why is Chiefin so worked up? I'm confused. I'll tell you, you don't. Why? Why can't I look at the box scores, bro? I'll look at it without having it on the screen if you're worried about me getting your name out there. I forget your name, though. My stats weren't that great in Les Schwab, but... yeah, they weren't bad, though. He played at Sisters for the Blind. Eric doesn't control Tori. That's right. Just chill on my government name, bro. Okay, so you don't want your name shown. Got you. Okay, I will not show your name. But what school did you go to? Actually, then people might find out. I don't know. I don't know why you'd be tripping about people who know your name, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Because we've gone through this on stream before. I think you said your name on stream before, but yeah, I don't remember. Do not remember. He's scared of me finding out. Yeah, you guys are crazy. I actually don't blame him. Classic Tory showing 3-on-3 highlights, then talking about Les Schwab. I'm only talking about Les Schwab because I know Chiefin played in it and Chiefin's talking. And Eric, you're the one saying your passing's better than mine. So literally, it's only in response to you guys. And Lil Bakel brought up the fact that you think your passing's better than me. So literally, I'm just responding to you guys. You guys, this is all y'all. Bro, can you stop? Bro, can you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop, Chiefin? May you stop? May you please possibly think about maybe stopping? I'm gonna just beat him and you can see me in person. Bro, can you stop, bro? Chill. Bro, please stop. Eric, tell him to stop. My troll game is up there, man. My troll game, like, you can't troll me, man. You should have known that, bro. Like, you could beat me one-on-one. I'd still win because my troll game's up there, so. College is coming in any second now. Only because you brought it up, bro. Tori, please chill. I love you, dude. I love you too, bro. You ready to lose? Like, you ready to... It's all in good fun, right? I can't play hungover right now. I'm not trying to play you right now. Alright, I'm signing off the stream in a minute. But you don't want me to look at those stats. You were scared that I was going to look at those stats. You didn't want me to look at those stats. Because it wasn't going to be good. It was not going to be good. Oh yeah, there's the Jefferson box score. We lost to them by 5. They didn't get my block either. What the hell? Anyway. Yeah, I'll get y'all a video of me beating Chief in one-on-one. Promise. That'll be some good content. You guys better be ready for that. Are we even talking Blazers? No. We're talking Chief and Blazers. We talked Blazers for a while. We always talk Blazers. We talk a ton of Blazers. Bro, I played college basketball. You can't beat me. I know plays that others don't learn because I learned those plays because I went to college. Not quite, but you're close with that one, Austin. Never said anything remotely close to that. But you kind of get, like, you're kind of like, you know. It's all in there. I miss Austin. I thought I missed Austin, but found it. He had 3 points versus Battleground. Who, me? You didn't find anything, bro. I never played Battleground. Does it sound like Blazers now, though? No, it's not. Chiefin thinks he can beat me one-on-one, and that's basically what we're talking about right now. See, I dropped this dude off easy. Austin Whack, you seem garbage. Bro, Austin wasn't even talking about you. The hell? Austin, I'm gonna shut him down just for you, man. I don't even know why he's coming at you. I don't know what you said. what, Chiefin, why are you going after Austin, bro? Oh, I'm so confused. Chiefin, why? What? Chiefin, why are you going after my man Austin? Why are you calling Austin garbage? I dropped this dude off easy. Austin Whack, you just seem garbage. Why are you calling Austin garbage? Oh, man. Austin, man, this dude's going after you, bro. See, this dude's going after everybody. I can't wait to beat this man one-on-one. Trying to talk all this trash. Bro, I told Tori my fake name and y'all believe it. Good job, bro. I know I knew your real name for a second, but I'm not gonna remember your real name. And it's not really hard to like fool. So you're like, oh, this is my name. Oh, cool, that's your name. Huh, got you. That's a fake name. Gotcha. Like, okay. When's Nurk back? Damn. Nurk's back after I beat Chief in 1-on-1. So hopefully I beat him 1-on-1, for the sake of the entire world, to be honest. I can't wait to be normal again. Eric, you'll never be normal. I'm sorry. Jeffrey, we'll have a podcast on Wednesday too, where we'll be more on track. Okay, I may have lied. I played a year overseas. Come on now, Chief, and you can't handle these white chocolate crossovers. Austin's actually, like, insane at basketball, so. He said Cameron, and it said Cameron had 3 points versus Battleground. I don't think that's his real name. I don't know. Dame Dollar tried to do some digging. Still going? Yeah, Necron. I love how people like will come on the stream while it's still live and be like, "You're still streaming?" Question mark. Like, if it says live and you're watching something live, of course I'm still alive. Chiefin, bro, you're not trolling anybody. You got it, bro. After I beat you one-on-one, I'll give you some advice on basketball. I'll give you some advice on upping your troll game. Okay, I will help take you to the next level. Okay, it'll backfire, right? Because then you'll just use it on me. But like I'm a considerate human being. I'm not selfish like that. I will help you raise the level of your trolling. And I will get it to the point that I won't be able to combat it. You know what I mean? Like, what do you say about that? All right. Sounds pretty good to me. I'm reaching out there for you, bro. You're not being grateful for this, for me reaching out trying to help you. See, that's your troll game. Tori, shut up, bro. Come on, man. I believe you have more potential than that. I believe you have more potential. I will help you fulfill that potential. I will give you the tools you need to succeed when you're trying to troll me. Is Twatter life straight up troll life? I'm living that troll life right now. Chiefin's trying to. Chiefin is acting like someone who is all talk. Chiefin was talking all that trash, man. I'm just trolling him back, too. But I can tell he's getting, like, frustrated. Because I'm just trolling back. In the same way he was trolling me. But he's actually like talking more trash to me than I am to him. I'm just being better with the trolling. Also, I can talk. I don't have to type, but like that's why I don't understand why he's coming at me so hard, because I can talk. He's typing. He needs to become a $10 Patreon donor, and then we'll bring Chiefin on the show if he becomes a $10 Patreon donor. We'll bring him on more than once a month if he becomes a $25 Patreon donor. And then we can have this conversation. It would be entertaining as hell. I'm down for it. So you guys gotta like peer pressure him into Patreon. I'll pay, bro. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. That'd be fun. Got to pay me up front for March though, because normally it's like whoever's Patreon on the first day of the month, then they get a guest appearance that month. But actually, you've donated before, have you? Have you ever donated before? If you donated before, I might make some leeway. I just like to keep the rules tight because I don't want people to be like, oh, well, you let him come on. He didn't, would like to avoid that type of conflict, drama, whatever you want to call it. But then you could possibly, I don't know, we could see your troll game in person, basically. Eric could be the mediator. He's a father of, 3 kids, so, he's probably pretty good at that. Dame Dollar, I've done over 80 on Super Snatch, on Super Chats. Can I guest appearance? See, that's the thing. That's why I didn't want to say, if you donate $10 in a Super Chat, then you can... Because I don't keep track of that. You know what I mean? And I can't keep track of that. That's why I always gave the option Patreon if you wanna guest appear. But also it has to be 18 or over. That's the problem. Cause bro, I have no kids. I said Eric can mediate. He has 3 kids. Nobody was saying you have kids. I said Eric can be the mediator. He has 3 kids, so he has the required experience to be able to do it effectively. It's Dame Dollar though, let him on. Well, YouTube doesn't want kids in the video or stream, or else then you have to mark that you're marketing to kids, I think, but then you can't stream if you do that. I don't know, it's a weird law thing. It's not my own choosing. What's up, Clays? Looks like a nice game from our backcourt. Great game from our backcourt. I'm about to log off though, man. Me and Chiefin have been talking trash about playing each other one-on-one. May I talk to you on the phone? Not right now. I gotta go. What do you want to talk on the phone about? You can text Eric. He can text me. Actually, don't blow up Eric's phone. Poor Eric. Tori, glad I gave you a video idea. Yeah, man, that's a good video idea. I'm actually like putting that together. Because I've been wanting to like put out more videos, and that'd be good like for March Madness, you know, like March Madness prospects you should pay attention to in March Madness. Because the Blazers might draft him. I don't know, I'd name it better than that, but hello this guy. What's up, Josh? We're gonna have Josh on in like next weekend. The 7th, I think, because Josh is a Patreon donor. We'll have to get. I'm flying our aircraft to Vegas today. Going to be a crazy long day. I should be able to catch some post games the next couple weeks. That'll be dope, man. You got a guest appearance, so just let me know whenever you wanna come on the show. Since you're a $25 Patreon donor, you could do whenever. You could do multiple times a month. I don't care. Host first viewer. Yo, let's do it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Josh. Got my Patreon donors coming in. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, I was just about to log off. I want to go to the gym and get shots up. That closes at 6, so I'm gonna go get shots up for like 30 minutes. Try and stay late because I'm cool with the people that work there. Yeah. So we'll catch you guys on Wednesday. We'll have a post game show then. I think we'll be a little bit. Yeah, we'll be like late at night instead of as early as this one was. So so with that, I'm wrapping everything up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being a part of my night. I appreciate all the support you guys give me, even Chiefin. I appreciate his trash talk. Dame Dollar, maybe we can talk about it a different time. But I'll catch you guys later. Wednesday, got 2 streams for you guys, podcast, post-game show. So until then, I'll see you guys later. As always, peace out. Go Blazers.